doesn't help out either, but I'll live. Let's see here. There. Okay, there. Oh yeah, I still gotta finish over here. There. Chess Master Jesse James. There we go. Is there volume on? Yep, there is. Oh, rook takes d4. This is checkmate. Queen g6 is checkmate. Queen f8's mate. Rook d8 checkmate. Back ring checkmate 1. Checkmate on e2. Deadly kiss. Push the button. Come on. Rook to e1's checkmate. Queen d4 is a nice checkmate in 1 there. Hey, how's it going? 8 EK. This one right here. h7 deadly kiss checkmate. And what's this one over here? Oh. Instead of free rook, let's checkmate in 1. Bishop takes there. Bishop checks there, so we take. Back rank mate in 1, 2, 3. That's for me. Rook takes c7 check will lead to a mate. What is this one? Oh, is the queen trapped here? That's crazy. That's always weird when you get a queen trap in the middle of the board, eh? I think it's just knight takes d5 and then we win with the pin. This one right here, bishop g7 check leads to the mate. This one right here, bishop takes e6 check. Is that the move? I don't know. Oh, it is. It's check because then the dark squares lose over here. And then this one right here is just a free queen. Why not? This one right here, knight takes d5 check, just winning the queen. I don't see why not. And this one, what is this one? Is it knight check here? Or just queen takes e4? Oh, it's just queen takes on e4 check. Unprotected rook there. This one right here, is it just queen takes or knight takes first? I think we played, oh, just rook takes there, the queen. Checkmate on e2. Unstoppable checkmate idea, right? Bishop to d6 here. Takes. Unprotected bishop. Check. Check. Takes. This one. What is this one? Check. Check. Ooh, what is this one? Ah! Is it rook check there? Oh no, I lost on time. Alright, guys. Good morning. Good morning. How's it going? Bro, g5. Uh-oh. Hopefully I finished that out already. Hey, how's it going? Shocked over there. What's up? And okay, let me get the last one up. Good morning. How's it going? Mud Dogs here. High file over here. Okay, so we got our YouTube, our Instagram, our Tickety Tacky. Hello, what's going on? Absolutely. And thank you for the follow, Austin, Wang. And of course, we got our Twitch over here, guys. Good morning, good morning. It's our Saturday morning show. Today I'll start off with doing, I'm going to do one more puzzle battle. After that, I'll jump into the arena, a public arena, so you're more than welcome to join me in there. And then after that, we're going to do the bullet brawl, what I'm mostly known for, at least on YouTube, or I guess mostly any kind of shorts that if you do see of me, it's me playing bullet while explaining the games. That's what it's going to be. Oh, look, Casey's online over here too. Here we go. Rook checkmates over here. We got checkmate here on h8. Back rank mate over here. Back rank mate over here. Checkmate on g2 is a deadly kiss. Here we go. We call that the ice skater checkmate. f7 is a deadly kiss checkmate, also known as scholar's mate. Back rank checkmate, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one right here, check, and then we'll mate on g7. What's this one? Unprotected knight. I think we just go check here, and then we'll take the knight. I didn't see no checkmates. h2 is a deadly kiss checkmate. Don't move the f-pawn. Check, and then mating ideas. What's this one right here? Just checkmate in 1, then you're done. Check. Don't forget queen's move backwards over here. Queen takes c1, check first, and then we'll take this rook next here for free. Bishop takes, and then we'll fork him over here with knight takes d4. This one right here, I believe this pawn's going that way, so that is a check. And is it just a take here? And then the endgame should be winning there. What's this one? I don't know this one. I guess we might just be accepting a draw here because, well, being down a full piece is not good, guys. This one right here, rook to h1 check. I believe this is correct. Here we go. Check. Check. Then we check here on e1, and then is it just a pin and a win there? I guess so. Queen g6 check. Check, and then mate. The good pattern to remember. Looks like a free rook, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it. This one right here, another free rook, so I'm just going to go ahead and take it. This one right here, another free rook. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it. This one right here. F2. Oh, I guess that was wrong. Maybe it was just a free rook. What is this one? Knight to E5, just a forkaroonie here, just winning the rook. This is don't move the F pawn, so check, takes. Checkmate still. The pawn was pinned there, guys. Black to move. Pass pawns must be pushed, and then if they bring the rook over, then we'll stop it. Check, and then mate. This one right here. What is this one? Oh, rook takes because the rook is unprotected right here, so we just win a piece. This one right here. Oh, this is really cool. Check, and then mate. Greco's checkmate pattern. This one right here. Rook takes G3, check, and then queen takes F3 will lead to a mate. So it's just a simple pin and a win here. King and queen on the same file. And then queen takes D4 for another forkaroonie. This one right here. Check, and then mate right there. This one right here. What is this one? Bishop C2, just a forkaroonie. Yeah, and then we'll take with the rook here so that we don't lose our rook. This one right here, is it queen or rook to D1 is actually checkmate? Yeah, the queen would allow that. We just take there, Oh, you know, we got to trade the knights off first. This one right here, knight takes here will win the rook if they take back because, well, that rook's just unprotected. What's this one right here? I don't see this one. Is it just simple rook B1 leading to checkmating ideas? And that's it. This last one right there was rook takes on E4 and then rook takes on E8. What's going on? Oh, hey, how's it going, Real Black Queen? Is there a limit on how many games paid subscribers can play with you? No. Once you become a paid subscriber, then anytime I'm streaming and you want to play a game, as long as I'm available, I'll do it. Yeah. Thank you so much for the gift over there, EJR, and try me, hee. Not right now, Chest Destroyer. Let's see here. Oh, we got a long one here. Your bro just wanted to show some real love for your stream because you genuinely got crazy potential, and I'd love to connect with you, connect you with the top Twitch streamer who pulls 3,000 views. Oh, well, that's really nice. Right away, chats. Yeah, send me a message, and we can take a look. Most likely, it sounds like it's a bot. All right, may I have a game, please? Of course. Let's go ahead and play a game right now. Real Black Queen. Before I go ahead and jump into the arenas, I'm going to go ahead and play Real Black Queen a game. I want to see it, but I can't. What can't you see? What can't you see? Antonio. Okay, let's go ahead and... Oops. Man, I got too many books here, and it's taking up my screen time. I need to move my books. I got to move my books. I've got a huge amount of books right here, and I only use like 3 or 4 of them, so. But this happens every time. I'm studying chess, and then all of a sudden the books just start piling up for all the potential or things that I want to study. I don't know why. I always stumble to chess.com. Oh, chess.com staff? I don't work for chess.com. I mean, I'm a streamer. I'm partnered with them, but I do not work with them. All right, let's go ahead and challenge Real Black Queen to a chess game. Good morning. I hope you're having a good Saturday morning over here. We got the pineapple cup today. Oh, I do need to go grab some water. So I'll grab some water after this, guys. May you have a game too? Are you a paid subscriber, Antonio? If you are, I think it's only $3 on the chess.com. Yeah, we could play a game. Let's go ahead and do the challenge. And she likes the 5-minute games. How was the pizza yesterday? I'm sure the kids love it. I wasn't there. By the time I get to the chess club, all the pizza's gone. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Goon King. Great name, by the way. Books on chess.com. Oh, no, I have my own personal library of chess books over here. I only have about like 5,000 or so. All right, here we go. In this game, we're going to go ahead and play pawn to e4. Let's take that centaur. Here we go. Oh, Daniel, the real estate guy, is on the what's it called? The Instagram today. All right, she played Sicilian. Let's go to play knight f3, the main line here for her. She likes to play the main line, and she's trying to learn it. How was it last night? I actually didn't go. These days, I really just promote the chess meetups and don't go out, especially on the weekends. Here we go, knight to c3 here. Bishop g7. She's playing what is called the accelerated dragon. It's a little bit faster than the regular dragon because d6 has not been played. Bishop e3 here defends the knight. She's going to get really good at this opening. Hey, how's it going? Remember to get Levy's new book. Is it a new book? I thought it was the one that he already had written. I saw that he was doing lots of promotions. I didn't realize it was a new book. I thought he only wrote the one. How do you still do 20K likes for games? I do not know. I do not do that anymore. D6 is a good move here, but it's not needed right away. Here, just develop the knight. Remember, when you get play D5, you're going to be equal, if not better, if you can play without losing the pawn there, at least. Awesome. Oh, he did make a new book. Okay. No, I have not watched the new Spider-Man yet. I'm not going to lie. I didn't really like the last one. What was it called? No Way Home. E6 is also wrong here because D6 now gets weak, guys. Let's take advantage of this with knight to B5, bishop to F4, queen to D2, castles, queenside, or just allowing rook to D1 and put pressure on the D6 pawn. But, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the last one. I fell asleep in it. Yeah. So I'm not too sure how excited I am to see this new one. Are the reviews good for the new Spider-Man? Yeah, so here we're putting pressure on D6. That's why the E6 pawn here was wrong. Right now I'm only playing with those that are paid subscribers, guys. Sorry. So if you have a Twitch subscription, YouTube subscription, or... I'm not too sure. Unfortunately, I don't think I made one yet for the TikTok, so... Yeah. Bishop E5 looks like a move because it defends, but remove the defender, pawn to F4, and now she's going to be in a little bit of trouble here. Hey, how's it going a bit? Do you think you have potential beating Stockfish in Classical? If Magnus can't do it, I probably can't either. Let's see, what am I supposed to do here? Pawn takes is already winning. Yeah, we'll just play pawn takes. Remember, the bishop here is worth more than this one over there. Oop, and she was supposed to take the knight at least. She did not. So let's go ahead and play queen takes d8 check here first. Trying to remove the defender for knight c7 check ideas. And here, unfortunately, it's game over. Knight c7 check, and we're going to be winning the rook here too with a nice fork-a-rooney. Yeah, they're pretty good so far. Okay, cool. Peak movie, can't wait for Doomsday. I am excited about Doomsday. I do want to see Doomsday. Let's go bishop c5 check. It's always good to add in little intermezzoas right there. I'm curious if she'll play the king to d7 or if she'll play it this way. If she did play it this way, I'll go ahead and castle kingside instead of queenside like I was going to, just because of the free tempo. And now let's go ahead and snack on this rook since, well, she can move it away now. Thank you so much for the follow, FJ. And what time do you start to do live, sir? I do my lives at 9 CDT, or Central Time, because I live in Texas. And if on Saturdays, I do it at 10 a.m., just because I do 1 hour before, and then I do the bullet brawl, which is 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for me. Bishop e7 here looks like a decent move. Let's go rook to d8 real quick. Oh, no. Let's do knight to c8. Knight b6 attacking the b-hop. No pawn left behind over there. What is bullet brawl? Hey, Chelsea. Bullet brawl is a... I have a friend with your name, Charles C. She had to tell me how to say it phonetically because I'm not very bright. But yeah, the bullet brawl is basically a tournament that's on Saturday for masters only. So I'm gonna be playing 1-minute games against all the other masters. And as people like to say that they don't see me lose, well, get ready, guys. If you haven't seen me lose a chess game, you will see me lose one today because it is very hard and competitive in this one. Remember that guy that admitted to... Oh, gosh. I do remember that, Panda. Is he here today? Is he here today? I'm here to help, I guess. Oh, okay. Jesse James, we will see if I can beat Stockfish. Well, good luck. Just put the Stockfish low. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to win. So, knight takes here, bishop takes here, and then we'll put pressure on f7 here with rook to d7. Girl, I like you. I do. I want to be a friend, go shopping in the Benz. I like you. I do. Oh, and then tomorrow, guys, we're going to have a few collabs. I'm going to be doing one with Neanderthal Chess, at least as I know him. He did change his name. Now he is Titus. He has like 100K followers. He has really funny chess content. He's also a strong chess player at 2,000. And then we're also going to be doing one with High Variance, which is basically a new YouTuber or a new streamer, he said. But he's already got 10K in 4 months, so pretty cool. And obviously, like I said, a good chess player. How many years did it take for you to achieve thinking of this state? Well, at this state, I am at bishop f6 check here. We'll win the rook. If she goes to g8, it should be checkmating ideas in a bit. King h6 looks like the only good move here, but again, that snacks a free rook there. I mean, I'm 19 years into this chess journey right now, and I think I'm still making progress. I think I'm playing good chess, so yeah. Hey, man, any tips on how to get 2K in Bullet? Make good moves, man. I don't know what to say. I don't really know what's your problem in your games of why you're not getting any higher there. Have you played against the streamer Robert Ramirez? He's great, too. I don't believe so. I have my list of the people that I've challenged over here. So I did Chess Fiend already. The collab was fun. High Variance is there. And then Titus is on August 9th. And his is at 2 p.m. or 2 p.m. CDT. So I'll have it at 2, and then High Variance will be at 4 CDT. With the Neanderthal Chess or Titus, it's just going to be a chat podcast. And then in the other one, I'm going to do a podcast with him, talk with him a bit and see what he's about and check out his life. And then we'll actually play a game of a 7-match game. First to 7 wins. I'm going to be doing 3 minutes, and he'll have 5 minutes for it. You missed a mate before? Well, I would have, but just remember, guys, knights do move backwards, okay? So if you put the rook to d8, the knight would have taken. That's why I brought the other rook over to d1, was to play rook to d8 there. So, nana nana boo boo, you were wrong. Let's go ahead and jump into a public arena now. Bro has a 2,000 elo and talks like he has a 3,000. I hope he's not talking about me. Good game, bro, Black Queen. Can we see that? I typically don't do the accuracy after every game because it's gonna go like slow my roll. It would be. You're more than welcome to go ahead and check it out though. Nanny nana boo boo. Stick your head in poo poo. How many people have stream sniped you before? I don't keep track of it. Why would I keep track of that? That's like keeping track of people that just want attention. I don't do that. The best thing you could do with people that want attention desperately in negative ways is not give any attention to them. Oh, cool. I didn't know him. Oh, hey, Alex Sanchez. I didn't realize that was you. Cheers, my friend. Cheers. What, do I only play tournaments? It's kind of just like a fun thing for me. There's like a nice little theory, at least in film. Like, you have to be doing something. You have to be going somewhere. For me, it's almost the same thing. It's... I have a tournament, so I know where I'm going. I don't really care if I get first place or not, but it gives me a time limit when I should be playing also, rather than trying to find a game or whatever. So, plus, I do want to play against some lower-rated players when I'm doing this stream in particular. The reason why is because I'm trying to show how to take advantage of, you know, their bad moves, right? And so, yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I able to these arenas. That's why in the future, whenever you see me playing in an hour or so, I'm going to be playing with the other masters. I won't be really talking to you guys because I'm going to be so focused on, you know, trying not to lose. So, yeah. All right, e4, e6. Here we go. We have the French defense. Pawn to d4. Let's take that centaur. Pawn takes on d5. We're going to be playing what is called the exchange variation. Ah, they played queen takes on d5. Don't bring your queen out too early. Pawn to c4 gets played. Hey, what's going on, big chess boy? If you do a sub to my Twitch, then yeah, we can play a game. I play subscribers. Paid subscribers. Knight to f3. Knight to e7 is an interesting move. Bishop to d3. White already has a slight plus here because of just the pawns in the center. And here with the knight on g6, guys, one of the fun plans I like to play to get a little bit aggressive is to play pawn to h4. Hey, well, thank you, Alex. Thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate that. And then, Alex, if you do become one of my patron members or the one that's like $3 a month, then anytime you catch me on stream, you can challenge me to a blitz game, and I'll be more than happy to play against you. But if not, that's okay. I do appreciate all the gifts you're giving me. Thank you, Alex. Let's go pawn to h5 and kick this knight over here. I definitely wasn't stream sniping. Well, please check it out later because I did mention some good hints and tips on that, okay? Here we go. Good morning. Hey, how's it going? My dear lovely sister is here. Let's go and play queen to e2. Hope everything is going well over there where you're living. She just moved somewhere new and, well, hopefully the transition's going well for her. Queen e4 is a nice move, putting pressure on the rook. The rook's going to have to go to this awkward square. Or maybe, I guess they could play the knight to c6 here too, yeah. And then let's bring the queen to g4. As we can see here, we have an unprotected pawn. And, well, you can put pressure on it. Thank you so much for the follow, Jake. And thank you for sharing the live, Panda, Guyana. $3 a month, I know. What a steal, right? The steal is I'm stealing your money. Pawn to h6, attacking. And let's go ahead and play bishop to g5 here. I like this move, putting pressure on this knight. Let's see here. Yeah, of course I'm taking gambit requests. What gambit would you like? Remember, guys, I am playing the open arena right now, so if you do have an opening you'd like me to play, please let me know and I'll add it to the list. If you want to jump to the top of the list, you can donate something and I'll throw it to the top. I'm going to go to castle queen side here since the rook goes opposite the queen. Already ideas like d5 are good. Pawn takes here. Not too bad because they don't really have any good play right now. Oh, well, now they have a good idea, which is to play queen to a5 here. So that I do have to be careful of. Let's see here. Let's go king to b2 here real quick. They have to be careful because the knight's hanging here. And maybe I'll just go rook e1 here to put pressure on this backwards pawn right there. Do you think a king is better than you? Yeah, of course he is. He's got a higher rating than me. Why wouldn't he be better than me? Halloween Gambit? I would love to play the Halloween Gambit. Rook a to e1. Yeah, I'm one of those few people who believe that the rating is a good demonstration of your strength. So if their rating's higher, then I think they are a stronger player. I know it's very controversial stuff here, guys. Knight to e5 here, attacking the rook. And this is a big problem for him because this is the main defender for the knight there too. So I might be just winning the exchange right there. Thank you for the follow, by Seth Parks. Unfortunately, I didn't see anything better for them either. Knight takes here. I did look at knight takes here, which I kind of like, but it's not working just yet. Oh, they took that way. Let's go ahead and play d5 here. Is this the move? Nah, it doesn't really work. Let's play queen f4 here. Trades are okay here. I'm down on time, but yeah. Oh, never mind. You played it the second I commented it. What move did you recommend? Let's see, bro. What is the most cracked opening that almost no one plays? That's a great question. I don't even know what that opening is either. Here we go. Bishop takes c7. Bishop takes b6. Let's just go pawn grabbing here. Why not? What's the worst that can happen here? Check. Bishop over to c5 and king b3. Oh, this guy's not trapped because of the bishop going to d5 here. Oh, I guess we'll just take here. And then we have pawn to d5, winning another pawn. Of course, if the bishop takes here, guys, we just play rook takes. This is called a pin, and they cannot take back here. Are you better than Hikaru? There's not many people that I think I'm better than, guys, but Hikaru is definitely one of the ones that I believe that I am better than. Like, I think I could beat him in my sleep. I mean, what's the guy's rating? 3,400? And my rating's like 2,200? I'm pretty sure I'm stronger than him, guys. Pretty sure. Let's see here. Up onto the next game. Oh, fried liver, that would be good. Oh, by the way, those that are not Americans, that's called sarcasm. You say something that is not true with a straight face. Yeah, it's called sarcasm. It's not true. Hikaru is a much better player than me. d4, let's go ahead and play pawn to f5. Are you better than Ty? I'm pretty sure I'm better than Ty. Yes, it's called sarcasm, guys. Sorry. If you're going to watch this channel, just know I'm very sarcasm. I'm not sarcastic. I'm sarcasm. Queen takes on f6. What we're playing right now is called the Dutch defense. Bishop goes to d6 here. Let's go ahead and castle. Queen to c2. Actually, we can play pawn to f4 here. Or no, knight to d7. Let's go knight to d7 here real quick. Are you better than a 2200 though? Yes, I'm 2241. I'm better than a 2200. Queen back to e7. Let's see. I'm not sure what they're up to right now. Let's play pawn to f4 and try to open this centaur. Let's see here. Are you GM, brother? No, I am not a GM. Pawn takes over here. Bishop b4 check I like right here. Knight f6 I already like because it's going to win the bishop. As far as I don't get it for free, but at least I'm going to be able to win it as far as take it. Bishop f5 here. Rook a to e8. Can he teach the French defense? I can play the French defense. Sure, why not? I really want to see you in Zod. I sent him a message, guys. I haven't got any response. He said we're going to be playing soon. The ball's in his corner. I don't know what else to say. The ball is in his corner. This looks like a blunder, right? I think he just played h6 here. And now we're going to remove one of the defenders, which was the knight. There was no need to move the knight here. It was not attacking anything. Bro, it's Hikaru. No, I'm Jesse Rue. Oh, queen check here. Do I just play king h8 here? Yes, actually this does work here. Very nice tactic right there. So pawn takes g5, bishop e6 doesn't work here too. Queen to d6, they have rook there. So we're just going to have to play pawn takes here real quick. And then, I guess, no, taking there would be wrong. Rook takes on f5 here. Rook over to d5. Let's go ahead and play the queen to d7 here. And we're going to try and pile up on this rook over here. I mean, this is called an isolated pawn, so we're going to try to attack that guy right there. Pawn to a3. Interesting move. Let's go ahead and play the rook to d5. We don't take on d4 yet because this is a good pawn. This is a this is a bad this is a good pawn, this is a bad pawn. So they would play queen takes b7 there. So we don't trade just yet. They have the check here, then this does nothing, right? Oh yes. After that, then they could do that. Okay. So let's go queen to f7 here, guarding this. And then we'll double the rooks, or maybe play the rook over to e8 and basically just defend right there. Woohoo! Thank you for the follow, brah. I swear I thought you played Zod. I have played him in individual games. I just have not played him in... I'll go ahead and just take here, rook over here. I just haven't played him in like a match play. We're just waiting for him to say he wants to play me. King over to g8. Let's see here. Queen to d5 here. And then rook takes on e5 I can play. Ah, very good move. Let's go rook e8 and then pawn to f3. My pawn's doing a good job by not making trades here. At least I'm able to make a little bit of weakness right here for his king. Queen e6 here, pawn to h3 will become weak. Of course, if he takes, that's terrible. Queen to e6, and then maybe rook to f5 here. Thank you for the follow, Antonio. Let's go rook to f5 here. He'll probably play queen to g4, which is a decent move. I don't have to worry about that as much, though. We'll just play king to f7. We could take on e5 ideas now. Although f3 is bit hanging here. Rook over here to h5. No, that doesn't work right now. Let's see, what do we play here? I'll play a5 here. I'm no good at goodbyes. I thought you played him already. Yep, I played him before. We just haven't done... Have you played Witty? I have, yeah. We have many games that we have played together. King back to g8. I missed that g4 actually would have won the pawn there because the rook was the rook had nowhere to move to. I'd have to go to g5 and then f3 would have fallen. Yeah, they're just kind of waiting around. Let's see here. I don't know if there's a way. Let's go rook f7 here. I think the idea was for him to go queen to d6 here. Check there, king there. They'll probably just add another check in here, and I'll just bring the king back to g8. Okay, rook f8, I guess. Okay. And I guess let's play rook to f7. Queen back to check here. King to h7. We're probably just going to win on time here, unfortunately. Okay. King. King, king. King over here, why not? Check there, doesn't do too much. Let's go c5, and I guess we'll try to push a pawn on there on the queen side. Be safe too. I'm no good at goodbyes. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'm no good at goodbyes. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I'm no good at goodbyes. All right, good game, good game. Yeah, my opponent played very, very well, guys. I had a hard time trying to do anything. They just kind of kept waiting back and forth, so unfortunately I had to convert that with a win. It's 24 engine or human strong? I guess human strong. Oh, were you guys giving me openings, guys? Because I have not been paying attention. Let's go ahead and play pawn to e4. Bro, Hikaru is road number 2. Oh, is he? I've heard he played chess, but I wasn't sure how good he was at it. I think someone usually mentions the King's Gambit, so let's go for a King's Gambit here, guys. And let's go knight to f3. And bishop to c4 next here. Here do we go. Oh, yes, the Halloween Gambit. Sorry, I forgot about that one. I'll try to do the Halloween Gambit next. Knight c3. And this looks like a free pawn, so remember, don't threaten me with a good time. Knight takes here. Let's grab a free pawn and just drop the knight back here. The knight can't be sustained there anyways. We're going to try to get bishop c4 in with either d3 or d4 and control that centaur. Let's see what happens. Already this move's very annoying. Let's go ahead and play bishop e2 just to defend because of the pin. I don't want to bring the bishop outside of the chain now. And then d4, d3. Oof, such an annoying way to play. And it's stopping me from castling too. That's another bad thing I don't like about this move. So I do e5 here. Let's try e5 here. Either this would be really good or really bad. We'll find out pretty soon though. e5, trying to kick him back. d4 here. Let's take that centaur. This is good for me now, as now we're attacking the bishop and also the knight over here on d4. I guess b7 could fall here too. And here, I'm going to go ahead and play the knight to e4, I think. Is this the move I want to play? No. I want to play knight takes d5 here. Or castles. Actually, I think we just castle here. We have to be careful because there is variations of like taking and then going queen h4 stuff. But I believe now they're threatening on d4 here. So I think we just go king h1. One of the other threats here, guys, was to play like knight takes on e5 kind of stuff here. Bishop takes, knight takes because of this pin. But now we are out of those ideas. And hopefully now I can just try to make a conversion here. Notice I'm not too worried about bishop takes, because then it puts pressure on d5. And then if they trade, well, then the d4 pawn becomes protected there too. The Polish opening. Dear Lord, you guys are having fun today. You're really challenging me on these different ideas. Oh, did he lose in the... Yeah, I wouldn't dare try to try to play the Caro against the Witty. That sounds insane. Let's go pawn to c3. Idea, I got my beautiful pawn chain and everything's protected. I'll probably try pawn to h3 next to play bishop takes on f3. The Polish. I don't really know how to play the Polish, but the Polish does give me some trouble. Let's see here. Remember, guys, I'm going to be playing the black side next, so give me openings for black for d4 and against e4, okay? And every game, go ahead and when you see it like starting to end, please put it in there so that I know it. Hey, what's going on, Bryden? How's it going? Have you tried Alien Gambit? I have not. I need to message Witty because I would like to do the podcast with him, but then also I want to pay for a lesson. Let's see, this one right here. Let's play h3 now. Try to kick this guy away. Bishop takes on f3. What's going on, Bryden? Haven't seen you in a little while. Let's go ahead and play queen to e1. Just trying to jump out of this. Maybe bishop to f4 and then rook to d1 kind of ideas can be played next. Nice and slow. I'm learning it because of you. Whoa. What are you learning because of me? Oh, the Accelerated Dragon. Yeah, it's a great opening. I'm going to be releasing a course on it probably around Christmas time and New Year's time. So learn it now by yourself. And then if you want to learn it with me, you definitely can. You don't need me, but you're more than welcome to have me. Rook takes on e1. Obviously, I'm happy for these trades. Let's play bishop g5, developing with a threat. If f6, we just take because the knight's unprotected anyways. I think I might add in this bishop b3 check. Bishop b3 check here real quick. And bishop f7 should not get played. They'll probably play the... Oh no, if they play king g7 here, then rook takes in check here. I also have bishop h6 here. I was hoping for this move so I could play bishop takes on e7. Notice this bishop's protected now. So if they play on b3, bishop takes here, and I'm forking the rooks, and this guy's still hanging there. So this is working out really well. Hey, what's going on, Tabiz? It's going all right. Hope you're doing good, too. I'm surviving, man. It's one of my favorite days of the week right here. I love Saturdays. Saturdays, I get to hang out with my wife after the tournament. I get to, in the morning, we usually go for a little walk. Oh, rook takes f3. They're just hanging too many pieces now. Let's just play bishop takes here. We get to go for a walk, hang out with the dogs. I typically stream for a few hours. Sometimes we'll get some lunch. Today we're going to go buy some books. And then I'm going to buy her a dress because I love to buy my wife dresses. She looks really great in dresses. And so I'm going to go buy her some. Rook e5 for a free tempo, and then we're bringing the rook over here. Actually, I'll play b3, c4 idea. So yeah, I love Saturdays, man. Saturdays are a lot of fun. Sometimes we'll go to Six Flags in the evenings. Oop, unprotected bishop, check and takes, man. Yeah, Saturdays are one of the best days of the week, man. Bam! Here we go, guys. Let's get to our next one. Let's see here. I'm starting to play chess again. I'm around 500 blitz. I mostly play bits. Oh, cool. Whatever you like, whatever time control you like to play, play that. Play the Caro-Con. You mean the Caro can't? I guess I could try the Caro can't. Let's see. Did anybody mention? Oh, thank you for follow Twitch. What's the what was I supposed to play? Here's Black. Thank you. Oh, the Sicilian. Thank you for the follow, John. Oh, I got double whites, guys. Sorry. Let me look and see what people were saying. Oh, someone said the Catalan, so let's try that out. Knight F3, D4, C4, guys. Let's go D4 and C4. In this one, we're going to be playing on the queen side, as you could probably guess. C4 gets played to play G3, Bishop G2 here. And this is a very solid way to set up. Against this, I like to play the knight to D2. There's ways that you can gambit the pawn, but I don't like to mess around with that, guys. Oh, I love, yeah, Saturdays are great, guys. Saturdays are my favorites. She made a really nice breakfast today, too. She said, you want pancakes? And I said, yes, I do. Knight to D7 here. Let's go ahead and play pawn to B3. Bishop B2 is going to be a nice win over here. Do you know how to play the English? Yeah, the English is not too hard. It's basically a reversed accelerated dragon. The lines are a little bit different. Thank you so much for the follow. It's only what is it? Raimi. And Dave, thank you for the follow. The queen to c7 can be bad sometimes, guys, because after bishop b2, the rook goes to c1. There could be pressure because of this queen on the open file here. Well, semi-open file. Thank you so much for the follow. Other bro and Cairo. This got played. Not really a threat. We're just going to play rook to c1. And if they take, well, then this pawn becomes backwards on an open file here. Perfect. Pawn takes here. Again, if they take again, I'm very happy because of this. I'll just bring the bishop back to a1, I guess. And knight e5 is an idea. Again, c6 is what we're going to play against. That's okay. We'll just play the rook to c3 for a free tempo. I assume they're going to play the bishop to b4. Then we play rook c2 here. And if they want to take this guy, they're more than welcome to. Knight to e5 I kind of like here. Oh, they took. Not really a good move here. Knight takes c4. Knight to e5, and then c5, or c6 is going to be a target for us. This could not go any better than it is, guys. Knight takes, they will just take back this way. So I think we just play knight to e5 here, right? I was trying to think if I was supposed to play this way or not, though. a3 is an interesting move. I kind of like it, a3, because of knight to a3. Knight e5. Let's try this move first. No, I guess this way is supposed to be correct. I was just trying to add the bishop into this. The more pieces, the better. Can you show us a tutorial for English opening? No, I don't usually do the tutorials like that for the live streams. Knight takes c6, winning, but also making threats here at the same time. e4 is already an idea. Ooh, actually, I think we just won a piece here. Or at least the exchange, I'm sorry. You should trade. You are really smart. I'm not smart enough. To be smart at things, guys, you have to want to do it every day. And I don't want to trade. That does not sound like fun for me. It's the same reason why I don't like to play poker. The calculations are easy. I don't like to lie. But, so poker would not be something for me. So, yeah, for those reasons, I'm out. That's going to be a no for me, dog. All right, here we go. What kind of books are on your shelf? Only chess books, man. Only chess books. All right, we have the pawns and we have the bishops. Let's go ahead and expand in the center. Let's go pawn to e4, pawn to d5. Guys, if I ever start talking about crypto, know that it's a scheme and that I'm just trying to steal your money. So I'm not doing those things. I'm not doing them. Let's go knight to c6 with d5 idea and maybe e5 over here too. I'm not doing any of those things, guys. a4 here I kind of like. d5 I kind of like. Is this enough? Pawn takes, knight takes, bishop takes. Yeah, I think we can play d5 here. d5 looks good enough to me. Have you read every book? I have not. I would like to read every book. Bishop just takes here on d5, I think. And then I was hoping they make this blunder. Don't forget, this is called a checkeroony. It was tactically defended there for myself. Knight takes here. I guess they could play rook to d8. But I'm feeling cheeky here. I'll probably just play knight takes there and just go into a winning endgame right there. Let's go queen to e5 here. Funny enough, winning the bishop now? No, it's not winning the bishop. The idea was to threaten checkmate over here on g7. And now we're threatening checkmate again with rook to d8. If they did play pawn to f6, then we would be threatening the other move. If the rook takes here, then we would have taken back. And that's okay. We have queen takes here, or we could just trade the rooks. I'm okay with that. After queen here, we'll just push our pass pawn across the board. And it should be a fairly simple win now. French defense. Okay, yep, I'm playing the black pieces next, so French defense. I did say I'd play that one. Let's go queen to d6. Oh, actually I messed up a little bit. Oh, cool, they didn't take. This is the easiest plan. Let's play pawn f4 here, hoping for king h7 again. Okay, let's push the passed pawn now. Okay, passed pawns must be pushed. Nice and simple chess here. We're going to have to worry about this queen over here. I mean, the bishop just taking here on the diagonal. Oh, let's play queen. Oh, you know what? I could just push the pawn forward now. I just realized I missed the tactic of queen to d3 check after bishop to f3. So now I just win the bishop. I'll be able to queen, and then it should be a fast win there. Please play English when you white. Well, I basically played the English. I played the d4, c4 kind of nonsense. There we go. Let's make a queen, and let's get ready to checkmate, guys. Queen check. Remember, whenever you're in these kind of positions, guys, try to make every move a check. Why? So that you don't have to worry about stalemates. There we go. Check and mate. What do you recommend for 1500s for white against d4 and d4? 1500. I guess you could play the Italian. I don't really know it that well, but I know you'll get equal positions, and that's easy enough. Scotch won't really be the best for you at that point. Roy Lopez is good all the way up until master, and then then against e4. Against d4, you should play d5 if you're trying to play solid chess. Thank you so much for the follow, Just Shane, Dragon, French defense. Oh, you know what, guys? Sorry, I need to go to the restroom real quick, and I'm gonna grab myself some water. Okay? So water and restroom. So BRB, BRB. All right, guys, I am back. Sorry for the delay, but we got the coffee. This is our mug for today, the pineapple. And, of course, my stein of water. Stein. Hey, what's going on, Sujan? Let's see here. What opinions do you recommend for 15? Oh, yeah. Keep it up, man. Love you. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love. All right, guys, let's get back to it. I'm going to go ahead and try to play a French defense now. Thank you for the follow, K1. Why are you playing 1700? Oh, I'm playing an arena tournament, so I play against random ratings here. Here we go. White went ahead and played pawn to e4. And so let's go ahead and play pawn to e6, and then d5. This is called the French defense. There's a few different ways for white to play here. Let's see which one they played. This is called knight d2, the Tarrasch variation. We're going to go ahead and play knight to f6, one of my favorite moves. You don't play c5 in this line, guys, because they can take and mess up your pawn structure. Excuse me. Here we go, pawn to c5, knight to c6, knight to e2. Oh, knight f3 is also a way to play. I don't really like that one as much. We're just going to keep it simple with bishop b7 and not go into hardcore theory. I like to play mostly pawn structures and thematic ideas. Let's see what white plays here. But, you know, rook e1's a good move. Here they played bishop c2. I think this might be a little inaccurate. Let's go ahead and play pawn to b5 here. Typical in the French defense, it's a queen side attacking. You see the pawns are pointing this way. We're going to be looking for b4, a5, and b4 here. And I'll take on d4 maybe and play, well, they stop a3, stops my idea. Let's play bishop b7 here or bishop a6. We'll play bishop b7. I have hope that someday I'm going to be able to play the other move. Now here we do have to be careful. One of the ideas here, guys, is to play the queen to d3. Let's go and start off with b4. And so we'll probably be expecting queen to d3. Just threatens checkmate at 1. Nope, they don't play it. Okay. Let's go ahead and take on c3 first then. The idea is just to mess up the pawn structure. Takes, takes. And then I'll play the bishop to a6 now. Now I know for sure, well, there's not going to be any queen to d3. And also, well, the open of the c file. We'll try to bring our rook over there. Queen to d2 is interesting. Logical, logical. I guess this knight's going to look good on b6. And then jump over to c4 for a great square. Maybe the queen was trying to go to f4 here. That's okay. Let's go rook to c8 here. Idea is opposite of the bishop. The queen is... I don't know where the queen's going to move to. I guess g4 is its only good square, right? Yeah. They're playing pretty well right now. Thank you so much for the follow, JM. Patty, thank you for sharing the live. Bishop to b1's interesting. Sure. All right. Maybe knight to a4. See, the problem with knight to c4, guys, is it doesn't attack anything. So I think knight a4 might be a better try. Looking to go to c3 here and attack this b-hop. Yeah, queen g4 comes with the nice threats of knight to g4. Also, checkmate ideas over there. So this is really annoying move. Let's go ahead and start off with g6 here. We're going to expect bishop to h6. I'll go ahead and play the rook over to e8. This does kill the bishop from attacking potential. This is why a lot of people don't like to play the French defense, because it does give your opponent really good attacking chances, and it gives extra space there, so you have to be very careful. Thank you so much for the follow, JM Lee. And looks like we got another spammer here. Let's go ahead and kick them out. Let's go ahead and mute them. Is the King's Gambit still good in 2000s? Unfortunately, it is not. Around 2000 level, people become really good at their openings, and they're going to know ways to, well, stop it. So, unfortunately, that is not a very good one for you if you're at that level. Is bishop f8 the move here? Let me see here. Knight takes d4 is an idea. Knight c3. One of their ideas that I'm not liking here, guys, is that they're threatening queen to f4. And after queen to f4, well, f7's hard to defend, so oof. And again, you'll see this quite a bit when it comes to the French defense. Knight takes d4 here. Let's try that out. Knight takes d4, knight to f5. One of the ideas is something like rook to c4 here. We'll see what happens. This is probably a winning position for white. Knight takes on f7. Interesting. Wow, that's actually a really good move. I guess we're going to start off with king takes on f7. I'm not too sure if... okay, queen takes d4 does get played. Let's play rook to c4 here. I like this move because it's going to kick the queen out of this area. And also my knight was unprotected. So this is a very decent looking rook lift here to play. And maybe bishop to g5 here next. Trying to kick the queen to a worse square. Let's see what happens next. Okay, so they do play this move. That's a good move. Let's go knight to c5 here. It stops bishop to d3 ideas. Pseudo threat of knight to b3. Again, I would have liked to have played bishop g5 here to make some trades. Time's getting a little bit low. Oh, I should probably concentrate now, guys. Sorry. Let's go ahead and bring the king back to g8. Rook f3 was a threat. Obviously, I would have liked to have played bishop g5, but rook f3 check would have been a bit embarrassing. Thank you so much. Hey, Asteria's here. How's it going? One of our regulars. One of our VIPs is here, guys. Be nice. Be nice. Okay, let's go bishop to g5 here or no? Knight to f5, pawn takes here is really strong. Yeah, very good play from our opponent. Oof. I'm going to go ahead and just play bishop g5 now. And then, yeah, queen takes. Check there, king over there. King takes over here. Okay, king takes. Okay, rook c1, check, queen over there. Let's go ahead and start off with a check here. And then knight to b3. Attacking the queen. Let's see what happens next here. Check there. Oof, another very nice move. Check there, king f7. And then rook takes on a1, queen to d2. And then queen check there, king over, king over, king over. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and put this guy on the do not call list now. All right, there we go. I don't want to play that person again. All right, on to the next game, guys. Woo! Here we go. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I don't. It's yeah. With the moves they were kind of playing, I was already kind of suspicious, but at the end there it was pretty obvious. All right, d4. Somebody did recommend the King's Indian, so let's go ahead and play knight to f6, g6 over here, and we're going to be playing what's called the King's Indian. Bishop to g7. Let's go ahead and castle, guys. And for the King's Indian defense, guys, the main idea is to go ahead and to try to control the e5 square. They're playing the London system, which is almost the exact same thing. Let's go ahead and play knight to h5, attacking the b-hop. If you can win this bishop, then you'll typically have a very good position. Thank you so much for the gift there, Austin. Oh, man. Maybe e5 there right away was good. This is actually pretty interesting with the e5 with the bishop to d3. Oh, interesting. Knight takes f4 I kind of want to play. I think actually we can get away with this. By winning this bishop, we are definitely going to be doing good. And here we go, pawn to e5. And one of the good things at the end of this, guys, is that the bishop on d3 is already unprotected here. Thank you for the follow, Zaglis. And here we should just take on d4. Let's open up the centaur. Their king is still in the center. Taking on c3 is a move, but it does open up my king a little bit. We could add rook e8 check here, although I can't say it really matters too much there. And, let's go ahead and play h takes g6 here. I don't want to go into anything crazy right now. Rook over to e8 check idea, and also taking on c3 is going to be good for us. This position is winning for black right now. We're up a pawn, and yeah, we're just doing really well. Rook e8's a move. I think I'm going to take on c3 real quick. Yeah, taking on c3, we make this pawn a little bit weaker, and we're going to have to worry about bishop takes c3 check in the future. And here, rook e8. Bishop f5 is going to come into the game. I'll play rook e8 first. The bishop needs to be defended here. We've got our first pin. You know, easy moves to lose here are going to be like something like knight to g5, so that queen takes g5 can get played. Is this Hikaru roleplay? Apparently, Hikaru is the only one that can talk during chess games. And here they played there. f5 just wins there. f5 brings in a lot of interesting ideas. A lot of interesting ideas. f5. Let's just play simple with bishop to f5 here. I don't want to get into anything crazy. Castle's queenside is probably what we're going to be seeing next. What country is this? This is Honduras. So I did mention they might make this. They did make a mistake with this move. Here you simply just play queen takes g5 because of this pin. There you go. Thank you so much for the follow, Elton. Baby, I need to know. Yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be it for that guy. All right, guys, on to the next game. What's the one we should be playing this time? We're playing the white side of it. Oh, I think somebody did like... They mentioned the Scotch or Halloween Gambit, so let's go ahead and start with e4. There we go. Oh, they played e6, the French defense. Let's go ahead and play pawn to d4. Did we play this guy earlier? Yes, we did. Okay. Pawn takes on d5, pawn to c4 here. He's playing the exact same line as last time. Knight c3, queen to d8, interesting move. Knight to f3, bishop to d3. Let's go ahead and get ready to castle. Last time he played knight e7, knight to g6, which we played h4 against. Let's go ahead and play pawn to d5 and try to open this center against this king. Pawn takes there. Sure, pawn takes there. And we'll play pawn takes back here. If they do take on d5, let's see, what do we have here? Let's start off with rook e1 check. Oh, interesting, they played there. Bishop a3 or knight to g5. Knight g5 and knight to d4. Actually, I like knight to d4 here. The idea is simple. We're going to put pressure on the pin, and, well, this is going to be bad for them, right? Knight e7 is a good move. Knight takes here. Rook takes. I kind of want to play queen h5 check, though. g6 can get played. And then queen h6 here? Or queen h3? Let's play queen to h3. You can see here the king is not looking too happy. Not happy at all. Let's see here. Knight to c5. Simple chess. Let's just bring the bishop back to c2. Bishop g5 will be good. e6 is a weakness. We'll have bishop a3 to get rid of this knight here too. Queen to d6 gets played. Let's see. What's the idea here? Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Baby, I need to know. Whoa. I guess I'll play bishop a3 here. Castling queen side is good. Bishop takes here. On c5, queen takes on e6 check idea. They're going to have to bring the rook to d7 now. Oh, so just queen takes on e7 wins a piece? Okay, so queen just takes, just winning a piece here. Let's add bishop e4 check in here, and then rook over to c1. Perfect. We have pressure on c7 here. And, well, that's going to be it for them. Fun time. Could you try the Bloomfield Gambit? The Bloomfield Gambit, that's actually a really fun one. I really wanted to start playing that one, but I never really did. Could you throw the move order into the chat, please, for me? And then if I get d4 again, I'll take a look at it. Thank you so much for the follow, Mark. Apic. Yeah, I was hoping to try to do a Halloween Gambit. We'll see if we can before time permits. Oh, is this probably one of our last games, guys? We've got 5 minutes left. We'll see if we can get one more. No. I'm sorry, guys. That's going to be it for us. It's time to jump into the... what's it called? It's time to jump into the Masters Only Tournament. The... What's it called? I can't even think of it now. The Bullet Brawl, guys. So get ready. Here we go. Haven't seen me lose a game? Get ready. Get ready to join. Hikaru Fan Base Chess Club. Oldest Bow. There we go. In theory. All right. Ooh, look at that. We already got a 3,200 here. Josem's here too. Let me go ahead and just jump in there. And I'm going to do one puzzle battle and then get ready to watch me play against all the other chess masters. I'll do my best to answer all the questions I can. But, yeah, things are going to get crazy. That's actually a really cool question. Where does my name Jesse James come from? To be honest, it has nothing to do with the gunslinger. I'm actually named after my father and my grandfather. Whenever my father went to go ask my grandfather for his hand in marriage, he knew that my grandpa didn't like him too much. So he told him, he said, I'll name my firstborn son after you. His name was Jesse. My dad's name is James, so that's how I became Jesse James. They had no idea about the other guy. b4's checkmate over here. Queen takes on f3, and then queen to g2 checkmates. This one right here, is it knight to d3 checkmates over here? This one right here, easy endgames to win, our king and pawn endgames. Pawn takes, pawn up, pawn up, pawn up. And here, what do we play? Just queen takes b3, just winning a full piece there. Awesome. Knight e7 check, and then this is h5 for a checkmate. Queen takes on a8 to mate. King up, king up, king up, and then we'll win with our queen. Just a free rook, I'll take it. Thank you very much. Pawn pushes, even better, a free queen. This one right here, a free queen. This one over here, unprotected queen. So what do we play here? Just king, I think it's just king takes there. Yeah, free piece. Unprotected bishop. Just takes, okay. This one right here. What is this one? Just a free queen. Dear Lord, all these are just free pieces. You have to keep looking, though. I think it's just takes here, right? Yeah, just takes there. This one right here, unprotected knight. Is it just pawn h4 and the knight's trapped there, so we're going to go ahead and take it. This is don't move the f-pawn tactic. Check, takes, and takes. This one over here is pawn to e4. Oh, they didn't take, so we'll take, and then we'll take this way. This one right here, king f2, and no stopping this check and then mate. This one over here, is it bishop h3 check? I think so. Or is it e6 check? The king is going to go to d8. So I don't know the difference. Oh, that's the difference. You win the bishop there on c8, and maybe even the rook there if they're not careful. This one right here, it's rook check, and then we went on a7, because they could take on c7 there too. Rook f2 check, and then knight check there, and then this is mate right here. This one right here, queen check. What is this one? Queen check or rook check? Oh no, was it queen check or rook check? Ugh, I guessed wrong. I didn't know. Just queen takes, rook check, and then rook takes. Oh, I didn't know that one. What's this one? The discovery doesn't really work here too well. Oh man, I did not win though. What is this? Oh, rook takes d3 check and then checkmates. Duh. This one right here, queen e8 check, or knight e6 there. I don't know that one either. All right, thank you so much for the follows, guys. And 34 is not too bad, but our esteemed opponent got 38 over here, so they're even better than me. d4, knight f6. Yeah, b5. So basically, it's like you play the other line, but you play the modern Benoni, but you just change it up at the end, right? All right, let me go ahead and do that. And let's go back over here. Let's go jump into the bullet brawl, guys. Here we go. I'm so excited. Practice every day, guys. That's all you can do to become a stronger chess player. Practice and study. What else can you do? Okay, we got 1 minute till we get started. Okay, let me try that again. Hey guys, we got 1 minute till we get started for our bullet brawl. I'm recording this for everybody who's watching, so this is going to be thrown onto our YouTube channel, which I usually add on a regular basis. Water, water, coffee, water, coffee. Here we go. Let me fill it up right here. So no more coffee anymore. If I finish this, we're done, guys. If I finish this, we are done. Here we go. We got 2 hours, guys. It's so intense. And like I said, everybody here is as strong, if not stronger than me. So these are the very, very tough games. Very, very tough games. Thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you so much for that, Lazy. Thank you for the follow, 018. Oh, man. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, man. All these gifts, all these follows. Thank you guys so much here. All right, here we go. Here we go. How much time we got? We got 10 seconds till we get started. Love the Stein. You got to love your Stein, guys. Your Stein of water. Oh, man. Here we go, guys. First game, we got a 2500. Let's go pawn c5. It's Sicilian time. g6, accelerated dragon. Pawn takes. Bishop g7. Knight pawn c4. Let's call the Maratzi bind. Knight f6. Let's go in castle for king safety first. Then we're going to play my coveted idea. a5, a4, a3. a4 gets played. They should not take, or else e4 will take over there. b3 typically gets played, and we did one of our jobs, which is to make the dark squares weak around here. Let's go ahead and play knight takes on e4. This wins a piece and also a pawn here. Because after knight takes back, then we have queen takes on d2, and then the d4 knight here will hang at the end. So knight takes here, bishop takes here, so this is just a winning game now. Here, we can take, but we don't have to do it right away. Let's go and play d6 real quick. I'll take this guy next move, perfect. And then the knight will take there. What do we play here? Bishop d7 with the idea of playing pawn to b5. Let's go ahead and play rook f to c8 here. We're going to be careful with this guy. Let's go king f8 to overprotect it. So that's already being protected. Let's go ahead and play rook b8 with the idea of playing b5 yet again. And okay, perfect. b5 here is perfect timing here since now I don't have to lose my bishop. Bishop takes on b5. Bishop back to d7 here. We're going to push our pawns in the future in a little bit. Let's go ahead and play e5 here and d5. You know, bishop c6 is actually a nice move here. We're on 19 seconds and they've only got that much time. g5 threatening pawn to g4 here. h5 again threatening g4 here. Probably g4 will get played. No, they did not. Let's play pawn takes. f5 here. Knight takes d6. Bishop takes on f3 check. And then let's go ahead and trade off here. Pawn to f4, looking for some more trades over here. g3 is one of our new ideas. Bishop c5 threatening a threat over there. Let's go ahead and play bishop to b2. Rook to c8 would be losing. Oh gosh, let's go rook e8 with rook check ideas over here. All right, rook check here, rook check here. Bishop e5 wins the exchange. Bishop takes, and we're threatening checkmate over here. So king here, and then checkmate hopefully over here. I don't see how they stop checkmate. Dang it, that's how they stop it. That's how they stop it. Dang it, lost on time. Good game. All right, on to the next game. Here we go. Pawn to b4. Let's take that centaur. We got Scandinavian over here. Knight c3 attacking the queen. Pawn to d4. Knight to f3. Knight e5. So we can play bishop to f4 next move. Knight takes here. Pawn to d5. Let's go ahead and play. Let's go bishop to c4. Bishop back to b3. Queen to d3 here. They can castle queenside there. Let's go ahead and play bishop e3 for a free tempo against the queen. They take on b2. Yeah, they don't want to do that. Let's play pawn to f3 real quick. And then we'll go ahead and castle queenside over protecting over there. We're going to expect that move. Queen to d4 with ideas of queen to d4, a7 over there. They don't like that. Let's go h4. So they'll probably play h5. And then let's play g4 here anyways. G5 here. And let's go queen to f4. Queen takes here. They'll take on d5 here. Let's go knight takes. Bishop back to b3. Rook over to e8 here. And then queen to f4 here. Let's go pawn to a4 right here. d4 king can get played. Doesn't do too much. We'll go queen back to d4. They're just looking for trades here. Queen takes on g7 here. Why not? Bishop takes c4 here because of the pin. Queen check there. I did miss that. King to b1. They're threatening right there. Let's go rook to d2 to overprotect. And then queen to f6 here. Threatening queen takes on b6 here also. Let's go ahead and just take here anyways. Bishop check there wins. Ah, it does win because queen takes on a4. Good game, good game, good game. Getting checkmated there, or I have to give up the rook. In which case, I'm just losing either way. All right, on to the next game, guys. Here we go. d4, knight to f6. It's c5 right here. Pawn takes d4, knight c6. g6, the fianchetto right here. d5 here. I'll go ahead and take here. Play a6, threatening b5. They could trade queens here. They choose not to. b5, maybe rook to d1 in between. Let's go bishop b7 here. Rook to d1. Oh, nope, they don't play that. Let's play e5, knight to d4 here. Awesome. Pawn takes here. If they don't take here, I'll be very surprised. Maybe they don't want to give up the bishop pair here. Oh, perfect. Okay, they didn't take. Let's go ahead and play b4 here, kicking the knight. e4 is weak there. Perfect. Knight takes on e2 check first, then knight takes on e4. And then we could take here on e4. Okay, bishop takes. They just dropped the piece there. Because the bishop's hanging, bishop takes here will attack the queen. So they just dropped the piece there. All right. Ooh, they f6 here to keep the attack going. And now pawn takes, queen check there, king over. Let's just not lose on time now. Queen to f6, queen takes b4, rook over to b8. The idea is to put pressure on b2 here. Okay, let's go e4 here. Bishop takes. Oh, rook takes here, rook takes here. If they take on e4, rook takes would be very bad for them. Let's go ahead and play queen to f4 here. Bishop e5 is an idea. Okay, let's go bishop to e5 here. The queen's still guarding there. Let's go ahead and play queen to f5. Bishop over to g7 here. And then rook takes on f2. Queen takes. Rook takes. Pawn takes. And let's play a5. Bishop to c3. And then we'll push this pawn forward. Pawn check here is very important because now it's going to be very hard for them to defend against this. Rook over here, they have to give up their piece. Actually, rook c8 here is very strong. Check, and then we're going to make a queen here. And we're going to mate. There we go. Here we go. Oh, gosh. Did I have this in the background the whole time? Yeah, I did. Luckily, it's on very low. Okay, here we go. Pawn e4. Let's take that centaur. d4, we're playing a modern. Pawn takes on c5. Sometimes they play that little gambit line, which I love to take that pawn. We'll play pawn takes here. Go queen takes on d8. Go for this interesting endgame I like to play. Bishop takes on f4. This is good because they can't go to c7, which is one of their escape squares, so the king can't go there anymore. We'll play knight to c4. Knight to d6 is really strong. g3 here. I don't mind trading, but I want to keep this guy strong. Let's go knight to d6 here. Actually, we'll play king over here, so they'll have to take now. If they don't, bishop to d6 will be really good for me. Let's play bishop g2 here. I don't want to push the pawn because bishop f5 can then get played. Let's play knight to h3. We can play the rook over here. Oh, cool. We'll take rook over here. The threat now is to play pawn to b4. Oh, they did play that good move, huh? Let's play the bishop to g2, and then we'll play pawn to b4 next. Rook takes b4. Now we can win the pawn there. Oh, no, we can't. Dang it. King to c1. Dang it. They have that move. Let's play bishop takes. Knight check there. Dang it. Ah. Dang good chess players. Okay, good game. They are faster than me, and I messed up the advantage there. Yeah, they played very precise. Good job. Good game. All right, on to the next one. Here we go. Pawn to b4. Pawn takes d5. Knight to c3 over here. Attacking the queen. d4 here. Knight f3. Bishop g5. Bishop to d3. Let's go ahead and try to attack the Scandinavian. Okay, we'll play pawn to h5 here. They're going to go ahead and trade. Then they'll play pawn to h6 here. Nope, h6 gets played now to make the dark squares weak. Ah, bishop takes over here. That's an interesting move. Let's go ahead and castle here. And let's go ahead and play knight to g5 here. I like this move because the knight takes f7 ideas. You have to be careful. Or knight g4 is actually a decent move. Yes, let's play pawn to f4 right now. If they take on h6, okay, so hopefully they play that move. They do. Let's go ahead and play queen to f3. And it doesn't really matter which rook they take here. We're threatening knight takes f7, so they cannot castle. Bishop takes g5, they cannot castle. Queen to h5, check. We're hoping for king e7, so they lose their queen. They lost the queen. Queen takes over here now, check. Okay, and let's go ahead and play queen to e5 and rook to h6 next, or knight to e4. Actually, rook to h6, threatening rook takes h7, and also the knight over here. So knight g4 doesn't work because the rook takes on h7 right there. All right, rook takes on h7, check, and then we'll probably take over here on e6 and checkmate him pretty soon. So queen takes on e6, and I don't see a good way for them to stop checkmate on d7 here. And if they play the knight to f6, queen check there, and then mate. Here we go, guys. e4, c5, it's Sicilian time. g6, they're playing what is called the Grand Prix attack. I like to play e6 here. Knight to e7, castle. So then we're going to play pawn to d5, hit the center. We do need to take on d4 first. Let's go to castle now. Knight b5 will probably get played. Nope, d5 gets played right away. Knight c6, and we'll play pawn f6 here. We need to control this d4 square. Bishop takes. They'll probably take now. Nope. Let's go ahead and play knight takes. No, that's not the move. I don't know what I'm supposed to play here. Let's just play bishop d7 here because I'm wasting too much time. All right, let's go ahead and play rook to c8. Maybe knight to a5 and c4 is next here. Perfect. Let's go knight a5, knight to c4 here. If b3 gets played, it's probably not really the time to play that move, but they do it anyways. Let's go ahead and play a6, stopping any kind of ideas and winning on a7 there. And bishop back to g7. We're just in the way. e5. Ah, they finally go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and play bishop takes on c6 here. Bishop to d4 will probably get played. Nope. Queen to d7 with e5 idea. They can take here. Let's go e5 here. Open up this position just a little bit. g4 is a little bit of weakness right there for them. Rook f7. I don't see why we shouldn't do this. And let's go queen c7 here. Bishop f4 idea. Oh, they stopped it. Let's just play bishop g7. King takes. Oof. Actually, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Let's go rook takes g7, knight to e6, and then queen to g3 here. King takes g7, queen to g4 check, d4 check, king back over there. Rook back, queen over here, and bishop b5 here attacking the rook. Knight c6 here attacking the queen. They might play the queen over here. Nope. Let's go d4 here. The best move is c4 because my bishop's trapped. They missed it. There's no checkmate there yet. Let's go ahead and play pawn just takes, but after rook f7, the game's over. But there was really nothing good for me to do there anyway, so it was not really yeah, didn't matter. Here we go, on to the next game, guys. Pawn e4, c5, it's Sicilian time. Knight f3, g6, pawn takes on d4, bishop to g7 over here. Let's attack the knight. Knight c6 here, knight to f6. Let's get ready to castle. Ah, pawn takes on c6 here. This is the e5 variation. Let's go ahead and play pawn to f6 here. Pawn takes, oh. Actually, we can just play the knight to h6 now and get ready to play knight to f5. Bishop c4 is a good move here. Perfect. Knight to f5. Free tempo on the bishop. And then we could look to play d5 hopefully pretty soon here. If they, I think taking on f6 is probably the best move, I guess. Oh, this is a 2000. Oh, okay. Pawn just takes here. Bishop just takes. And then we'll play d5 here next, I guess. Bishop to f6. d5 doesn't do as much now. Rook b8 here. I'm not sure if they're going to castle queenside or not. Yeah, let's go and play queen to a5 here. Kind of a threat against this knight. Okay, bishop back to g7 here. d5 here. Oh, this is kind of annoying. I guess we'll just bring the bishop back to g7. g4 is the best move here. Let's go ahead and play queen to d4 here. And then we could look about taking on b2 or something. If you move the knight, guys, knight to d6 check would have been very bad there, so I didn't want to do that. Worst case scenario, we could take on d4 check here. And then queen b4 check. Doesn't really do anything. Pawn just takes. Knight to d6 check. King over here. I'm guarding checkmating ideas. They can check me there. I'll just play king to b7, but we're going to win on time here anyways. On to the next game, guys. Here we go. We'll take on National Master Santiago. It's more Sicilian time for me. I'm having a great time. g6, pawn takes on d4. Oop, bishop g7. They're playing what is called the King's Indian attack against the Sicilian. Not really a great way to play, but it's a way that they like to play. And typically these guys that play this King's Indian attack like to play it as white and black. It's going to play pawn to h5 here. Pawn to b5. They go king side. We're going to go queen side. Let's go ahead and play pawn to b4 here. Pawn takes on c3. Knight e8, c7, e6 is typically my ideas in these kind of positions. Overprotecting on d4. Knight to e6 here. Yeah, the knight's actually really strong there, so it's going to be a little bit annoying, but hey. Life is a little bit annoying, huh? The knight's guarding on c6 here. Oh, okay, we'll just... Oh, but no, we're not supposed to take there. Do I just play f6 here? No. Let's play knight to e5 here. We're hoping that they'll just take right away here. Knight to g4 here. The knight looks great. Pawn takes here would be great, because now this knight would have to move. Yeah, they're just looking for trades here. This is about what I expect when I play King's Indian players. They're not really known for the thinking part of the game. They just like to play the same part of the game that they play every single time, which is trade, trade, trade. Pawn. Oh, now we can play queen to b2 here. They'll probably play like rook a2 here. Restrain and maintain. Yeah. There. Rook b3. Double the rooks. Awesome. Rook to b2 is now going to be threatened. Pawn takes here. Did they just blunder? I guess they didn't blunder, but again, they're not doing too much here. Rook takes c3 to win this guy is an idea. Rook there. Rook takes. And bishop takes on e5, winning a pawn. Let's go pawn to c4 here. Bishop to d6. Bishop just takes. Rook over to b3. Hopefully they don't clock me. Rook over here. Pawn check there just to gain a little bit of time on the clock. Okay, bishop takes there. Bishop check there. Rook takes. Ah, bishop takes. They're trying to clock me now. King over. Yeah. Whew. Okay, here we go, guys. Pawn to e4. Let's take that centaur. We got the modern over here. So knight c3. Oh, f4, e5 will get played. Aw, dang it. They stopped my attacking idea. Queen takes on d4. Queen back to f2. Bishop to d3. Let's go ahead and get ready to castle here. Usually we will get some decent kingside attacking chances in this kind of game. Let's go and play king h1. Rook over to e1. e5 is going to be here. Is going to be coming up pretty soon. Perfect. Let's do it. e5 here, attacking the knight. Rook takes actually just wins, right? It doesn't win. Let's just play pawn takes on e5. Knight takes d3. Queen to g3 here. Pawn takes d3 is what I'm expecting. Which, funny enough, will stop him from doing this kind of stuff. Oh, interesting. Here we go. Knight takes on e5. Bishop to f4. I don't know. Is this the move? Rook takes on e5. Okay, let's try bishop f4. The idea is that we can play queen takes on f4 here next. No, they didn't do it. All right, bishop takes e5 should just be winning now because if bishop takes g6, we're winning the rook here. Because if pawn takes queen check, they can't defend because the rook will hang. And if they don't protect, then we have rook f7 here. And this should be getting checkmate on h7 or h6 here. So we just won the game. Rook there, and then checkmate on g7. Hey, how's it going, Osby? Here we go, d4. Oh, look, guys, we got, what's his name? One of the world's strongest players, top 7, I believe he said last time. Bortnik, how's it going, Bortnik? Bishop takes e5. He's playing his coveted opening. Him and Danya worked on this one. Yeah, this is not good for me. I fell into this before. Pawn to d4, knight there. Let's go ahead and bring the queen back and queen back to d8. Bishop back to e7 if they allow me. Yeah, this guy Bortnik's kind of good at chess. We'll just play g takes on f6 here. And let's go rook to g8. Rook on the open file here was not the worst thing I've ever seen. Although this is looking worse for me. Let's go ahead and play queen to d6 here. Defending and trying to get ready to castle. I guess we're going to have to play bishop takes there because I don't know anything better. I don't know anything better. Oh, he stops me from castling yet again. Rook to g5, and again, hopefully we'll get to castle. Hopefully he'll just take on h7 there. Let's go ahead and castle right there. Double up the rooks here. Why not? Oh, no. This is losing because the knight takes on e7 ideas. Okay, rook to g7. Okay, let's go king over to b8. Still alive here in this position, funny enough. Knight takes on e7. Losing again. Let's play pawn to f5 here. Pawn to e4. Pawn to e3, and knight to d5. Knight takes on e3 idea. Okay, knight to f6, probably something like that. Rook g4, rook g8. Ah, he saw the idea already. Let's go queen e7 here. Rook on e4. Queen check there, maybe he'll play. He defends against it. Knight to g4. Queen g6. Knight takes on e3. Let's go queen to... Oh, this is lost. Good game, Bortnick. Dear Lord. I guess he's not getting any worse. All right, here we go. Pawn to e4. Let's take that centaur. They give that free piece. I don't know why they like to play this line, but they do. I play against many players that try this nonsense. I guess this is more like of a bullet opening, if anything else. h4, h5, so they'll play h5 here themselves. Nope, they don't do it. Let's play bishop takes b5 for a free tempo. And now we can play h5 over here. Trying to open up this king. That's okay. Bishop back over to b3 is actually pretty good for us. Either they'll take, or I get to take on g6. Okay, perfect. Pawn takes here. Pawn takes here. Queen to h3, threatening queen e6, and also ideas with this over there. Knight just takes. We'll expect them to just trade off here. They cannot take on a4. On e4 here because of queen e6 check. We'll see if he falls for it. He does. Queen check, and then we'll take. Sorry, Chow. Or no, sorry. Chor. Queen takes g6 just gets played, right? Yes, we're good here. Rook takes on h7. There we go. Here we go. We got Chess Starks. This is Grandmaster, what's his name? Caden Trough. How's it going, my friend? Bishop to g7. d6 here, guarding on e5. Knight to f6. Let's get ready to castle over here. Knight g4 with definitely ideas of queen b6. He's not going to allow me, though. Pawn to h3. But we did make some weaknesses around there. So let's go pawn takes, knight takes. Knight to d5 here. The pawn there is weak. Okay, let's go h6 here real quick. Not too worried about there. Let's go knight b4. I'll snack this guy before I snack that one. And let's go check here, and then we'll take on e5 here. Okay, queen takes on e5. Okay, interesting. Oh, that is a threat there. Let's go queen to c7 there. I'm going to expect a 3 here. Let's play bishop e6 over protecting on d5. Knight back. Rook, knight takes. Let's play e6 here. Rook over to d8. Trades are okay for me. Let's trade here. Why not? King to h7. No bishop g3 ideas yet. Let's go e5 and f5, and let's just expand over here. h5 is a good idea. f5, e4. We've got a better position. Let's try and prove it, though. Okay, rook takes on f5. Very nice move. Knight to e7, threatening the bishop and also this rook over here. Oh, rook takes on h5. Is that still winning there? Rook takes on h5 is still winning there. Yeah, we're going to have to go ahead and take. Oh, I can't take. Never mind. I'm just losing there right away. Bishop check there. King to f8. Bishop takes g6 here. Queen to d7. And then queen f5. Oh, very good game. Very good game. Uh-oh. It's Mr. Zod. e5, d4, pawn takes over here, c4, knight c3, h3, knight to f3, bishop to d3 here. Here he's playing his Alekine's defense, bishop e3. Let's get ready to castle. Awesome. d5 most likely. Nope. Bishop to e2 here. Not going to give that bishop up for no good reason. Rook over c1, guarding these squares. Let's go and play b3, just guarding everything. Got a beautiful center here. I'm not going to give it up, at least not for a good reason. Knight takes there. Let's play pawn to c5 here. Threatening to take on c3. Takes on b6. Takes there. Take on a7 here. Why not? Okay. Let's go queen a4 here. Guarding on a7. d5. Bishop to f3 gets played, winning the rook. Let's go bishop f3 here. Okay. Let's go queen b3. Yes, he could just take the pawn here. Rook over to e1. Queen to c2. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I don't have a good move here. Oh, gosh. Bishop g5 here. Queen to e4. h6. Okay, queen to e4, attacking this bishop over there. Bishop check there, he might play. Nope. Rook over to d1. Maybe he'll play there. Queen c2. Bishop check there, wins a piece. Nope. Bishop g3, let's take, or else I'd lose a piece there. Let's go queen to e2. Pawn to d6 here, threatening the rook, and over there. Bishop just takes. Rook just takes. Okay. Double the rooks. Bishop f3. Rook f2. Rook f3. Bishop there. King h2. Pawn just takes. Check, back. Bishop there. Rook takes on f7, check. Rook over here. King h2. takes. King G3 and back. Oof. Got me on time. Good game. There's a reason why he's 2,800. Here we go. Pawn to E4. Let's take that centaur. Knight to F3. Knight C3. I'm feeling like it. Let's do it. A Halloween gambit, baby. Pawn to D4 right there. Pawn to D5, attacking the knight. Uh-oh. Is he just going to give me the piece back? Yeah, sometimes people don't like the gambit, so they just give me the piece back right away. Oh, yep, pawn takes right there. Let's go ahead and play bishop to D3 and get ready to castle. Oh, they stopped us. Let's go queen F3, bishop G4, queen to G3. Perfect. H3 to probably next. And we'll play bishop to G5 here next and maybe castle queenside. Oh gosh, never mind. We can't castle queenside. Both of these bishops are being really annoying to us. I guess we'll play bishop E3. And then we can castle now. Perfect. Rook F5 will be a decent move. They did stop that idea. Let's go A4, A5, A6. We're just trying to open up any kind of position over here. Let's see what happens next here. A5, A6, so they'll probably play A6 themselves here. Let's go play King H1 so there's no more checks there. They'll probably take now, right? Yeah, queen there. No wins just yet. B4, B5. Oh, interesting, they played there. Yeah, they really want to trade queens here. Let's go queen C5 here. We're going to give up the exchange. Check. Bishop takes. And then pawn to B5 next. Here we go. Oh, again, another move to try and make trades. Ah, rook to D1, though. We stopped the trade. Let's go B5 here. And then maybe pawn to A6 next. Pawn just takes here. Rook to check there. And then, what do we play? Rook to B6 here. Pawn takes over here, and bishop takes on A6 plan. Let's do this check. This check. This check. Actually, bishop B5 check. Queen E7 check. And then we take there. Is this mate? Wow. Well, that worked out. Uh-oh, we got Chess Sharks again. Hey, man, how's it going? I'm sure he's always happy to play me. Knight F6, C5, pawn takes. Knight C6 here. Queen H4 idea. Queen B6 attacking on B2. We'll go ahead and take here. Queen takes on A2. If you're going to be losing, you might as well be up an extra pawn here. We'll play bishop to E7 here. A6 here, looking for some more trades. Why not? Get ready to run. Queen, oh, interesting. Let's just castle here, I guess. Knight B6 is a really annoying move because of rook B8. I lose the exchange. Rook B8. Let's go queen. Oh, wait. Bishop to D7 here. Oh, wait. That just loses a piece there. Dang it. I just lost another piece. Dang it. Rook to F8. Guarding on F7, just in case he does want to take. H6. And then we'll play queen takes on C2 here. Queen to E4. Not really a threat. We'll take on H4, though, next if we get an opportunity. Oh, if he takes on F7, I win the piece back, although it is just a losing endgame here. I am up on time, so he's taking a little bit longer than he should be taking. Queen takes. Okay, queen to H5. Yeah, he's trying to make the trade because of the time, and I don't blame him. C5. Queen E4. Check there, king there. Queen E6. Knight E4. Checks there, rook there. Let's go rook B8. King over here. King takes. Rook B6, rook takes or something. King over there. Yeah, he's much faster than me. A5, knight F6. Let's go rook here. Pawn, pawn. Rook over here, rook over here. Okay, king G5, rook check there, king back. H5, H4. Checks there. All right, here we go. E4. Let's take that centaur. We got a Caro Cant. So pawn to F3. Knight F3 here. Bishop to C4. C3. Pawn takes D4. Let's go ahead and castle over here. Queen to E1. Bishop G5 over here. Bishop back to B3 will get played pretty soon. Knight to D2. Usually we'll guard the knight. And also here the pawn on E4. Bishop to B3. Knight to D2. Bishop to H4. King H1. Always good to get out of these checks. Let's play bishop H3 real quick, and then we'll see if they take. Bishop G3, so I can play knight to H4. I'm putting pressure on E5 pawn. Now we play knight to H4 to play knight to F5. If they take, we're going to have to take here on D6 here. And then we have knight to F5, free tempo over here, and we can play the pawn takes over here also. Earlier it was just losing. Perfect. Pawn takes. Okay, pawn to e5 here, kicking. Of course, they can just trade here, but this is usually their plan. Yeah, they're just looking for trades. We have a good position now. Let's go ahead and play queen to g3. We're putting pressure on f7 and the knight over here. Yeah, so we should just be winning now. The knight can't go to h5 here. Yeah, pawn just takes here. We're still attacking the knight. Rook. Actually, rook takes here looks better because of f7 threats. And they can't play g6 here. f7's the idea. So rook just takes here on f7. And the rook's hanging here too, so everything should just be falling now. Bishop takes in check. Takes there. We're even guarding on b2. And then you know it's through. Here we go. Another 2,500. Bring it on. Knight to f6. g6 gets played. Bishop g7. Let's go to castle. c5, d5. We're playing against a King's Indian attack. Pawn to d4. Knight c4. Pawn to e5. Knight back to e8. Bishop g5. Sometimes they play. Let's go knight to d6 there. Queen takes on d6. Pawn takes over here. a5 to stop this idea. We're going to play h6 here real quick so we can play bishop to e6. Oh, I can't play that anymore. Never mind. We can play bishop b7 here. If they take the pawn, rook f to b8 gets played. Okay, let's play knight to b4. Quick tempo on there. They'll probably just take, which is okay. a4 pawn will become weak. If they don't take, then we have bishop e6 here idea. So they haven't taken right away. So again, they're pretty much used to this. Bishop to e6 gets played now, and this is really bad for them. Funny enough, after rook c4, do we just have b5 here? No, let's just take. b5 was an interesting move, but I don't think it's the best yet. All right, queen to c5 here. Oh, they just take on b7 there. Dang. Okay. Let's go rook f to b8. Forcing a queen trade is not a bad idea for me. Rook c7. Let's go queen c2 to win on b2. And then this passed pawn will be winning. And he's too low on time anyways. I'll flag him if I get the opportunity. I'll flag him. Don't think I'm above flagging, bro. All right, here we go. Let's take that tour. e4, pawn takes on d5, knight c3. Bishop e2, threatening knight to f3, so don't bring your queen out too early. Knight e5, then you can play the bishop to f4 for the free tempo. Bishop takes here, queen to d2. Let's go ahead and castle, kingside this time. Typically I don't like to, but yeah, this time it's working out for me. Rook over to d1, let's see. I'll play bishop to d3 here. They're going to play knight to d5 in the future anyways. Queen takes, knight to e4. They played there. We'll play b5 here, why not? Knight takes b5. Oh, interesting. Pawn takes. Let's go queen to g3. Knight e4 is one of the ideas here. Let's go knight to e4. And then f3 here, just guarding. And rook over here, why not? Let's go knight to g5 here, threatening queen to h3, putting pressure on f7 and everything. Okay, queen h3, bishop takes f6 is the idea, so we're going to see h6 most likely. And one of the cool things is they don't have knight takes on e4 because queen takes on h6 is a checkmate threat. And I guess they didn't fall for it either. Let's go ahead and play pawn takes c5 here. I don't see why not. Okay. Knight takes on f6 here. Oh, that doesn't do anything, does it? Knight to d7, but they have queen to d4 check there. Oh, for some reason I thought the knight was being protected there. It was not. Yeah, good game. Good game, my friend. Cheers. All right, on to the next game. We're playing against, is this Emily Wynn? G6. D6 over here. Bishop G7. Let's go ahead and castle. Kingside safety. Knight C6. E5 idea. I don't think this is her. This must be a different win. Apparently there's lots of wins over there in Vietnam. Pawn takes, rook takes over here. Then they have bishop takes here for knight takes on c7, which is okay with me. Okay, bishop to e6, knight to d4. I'm not sure if trading onto this endgame is really the best policy, but hey. Let's see what happens here. Pawn to b5. Pawn takes here, a5, a4. We've got the bishop pair, so that's not so bad. King there. We have opposite color bishops here. Ooh, bishop takes c4 here. Why not? Rook over to c8. Rook will take there. Oh, I should have... No, it didn't really matter there. Let's go king here. Oh, they took on d4. Oh, she's just whipping me, dude. She's just whipping me today. Okay, let's go g5 here, trying to make the pawns weak. Okay, pawn takes. Rook to g5. Bishop takes on e5 idea. Perfect, we'll just take. Don't threaten me with a good time. Okay. Let's go rook to c6 here. I'm not giving up just yet. You're definitely winning, though. You're definitely winning. Bishop b4. Bishop back. Bishop c5 idea. Perfect. This is where I wanted the bishop. Rook to check there. Bishop to d4. Maybe we could play e5 next or something. e5. Oh, I have to play rook takes there. Oof. Okay, king over here. King over here. Pawn up. We're making a little bit of headway here. Just a little bit. Rook check here. King over here. Okay. Let's go rook over here. I like that. She's not scared at all. Bishop c3. Rook check there. King back to f6 or king f4. All right, let's go king f4. Bishop d4 here. Pawn e3. They'll take. King over here. She's getting low on time. King takes here. She has to check me or else she'll get checkmated. Check there. Check there. Unfortunately, I'm just the only way I'm going to be able to try and escape this is with time. Oof, sorry. That's not the way I want to win, but I also don't want to die either. Here we go, pawn to e4. Let's take that centaur. It's Santiago again. Let's go pawn to d4. Knight takes on d4. Knight c3. Let's see if we get my Jesse James gambit with bishop to b4, bishop to d3. Pawn takes on d5 over here. This is the way you're supposed to play. We're going to go into castle, and this is the gambit right here. We take on c3. Bishop takes. Rook b1. Queen f3 is going to be the first threat. Bishop takes h7 to win this piece over here. Bishop a3 for a free tempo on the rook. Then we'll bring our rook over to d1, threatening discoveries like this. We'll see if they go queen f6 or bishop over there. They typically will play it like that. Queen g3, bishop e5 typically gets played. And let's go queen to e3. Typically I have pawn f4, but not right now. So there, we'll play queen to h3 again. They're just looking for trades. Okay, bishop c1. Okay. Let's go ahead and play bishop to b2 here, attacking the rook. Bishop e5. Bishop over there. Okay. Let's go ahead and play pawn to f4. Bishop takes over here. Okay, rook to f1. Check, just king over. Time's getting a little bit low for them now. Bishop b2. This is a good pin. Let's go rook to d1 here. Let's see what's up. That's what's going on. Okay, we'll play knight to d2, knight to e4. Knight to f5. Knight to e4, threatening knight f6 check, and also bishop over here. Time's getting low and complications are getting better. Let's play pawn to c3 here. Again, he's looking for trades, and again, I don't want to. I don't want to trade, buddy. Every move, you want to trade. Bishop b3, knight to g5 here. Again, he wants to trade. Rook over there. Knight f3, knight e3. Uh-oh, be careful there. Let's play queen to g3 here. h3, check there, doesn't do anything, just king back over there. Knight to e4. Oh, interesting. Knight to e5 here. Knight takes g6 ideas. Rook takes, knight takes. Pawn f5, there. Sorry. Playing really good today, though. Oops. Let me just do something real quick, guys. There we go. And here we go again. All right, let's take on a 2700. What's going on? Joaquin Castro. Knight c3. We're playing a Sicilian dragon variation. I'm playing my quiet sideline over here. Pawn to h3, pawn b5, knight to d5, pawn takes on d5. Okay, let's go bishop to e3. b3 to stop knight c4. This is a big threat in these lines. c3, if they play b4, we just play c4 and gain the extra space. We'll play f4 in the future, but I have a few more moves I'd like to play before I play my idea. Let's just go ahead and take on f6 here. Queen takes d6 if they play queen there. So queen takes. We'd have to be careful with some of these threats. Queen c7 here. Rook to c8. Queen a7. The new threats to play f4. Removing the defender of the knight so that we could take the bishop here. So it looks like they just blundered that. Okay. So I guess we just play queen takes here. And then rook takes here. I'm assuming they're going to play rook to d3. Nope. They played there. Let's play the queen to a6. Queen takes b5 is the idea. Okay. Bishop to d4. Bishop to d4. Just trying to make some trades here. Knight takes d4 here. b4 is actually a really decent move. Let's go knight to c6 now. Knight takes b8 actually will defend, which is nice. There, and then check and takes at the end here. Was not planned, but it works out. Woo! Woo! There we go. I definitely thought I was going to be losing there. There was so many things. All right, e4, c5. It's Sicilian time. g6 right here. C takes d4. Nope. They're playing what is called the Alpine Sicilian. Pawn to d5 gets played. Knight to h6. This is the way I like to play against it. Let's go into castle real quick. Knight c6. h3 is played to stop bishop g4. That's why the bishop goes to f5 this line. Bishop e4. Excuse me. Excuse me. Knight takes here. e3 actually will become a weakness here with bishop to h6 here. They have to defend the pawn there. Pawn takes now. And now I just win the pawn here on e3. So they played that a little too fast. Bishop takes in check, and then queen takes d4. And it looks like more pawns are going to be falling here. There. Let's just bring the bishop back to g7. I don't have to worry about the queen trade here. Knight takes d4 as a move. Let's play pawn f5 here, maintaining a beautiful pawn structure rather than 3 extra pawns. b6 here, I guess. They'll bring the rook to d1. Let's go queen c5 with knight to d4 idea. Not a threat. Let's go rook to c8. Now the threat is to play knight d4 and win a piece. Okay, that stopped the threat. Let's go ahead and play f4, f3 ideas. Try to open up this king to attack it. This pawn on e6 is actually quite helpful. Queen f2, again, threatening pawn to f3. Let's do f3 here anyways. Bishop f4 will be strong on the centaur. Okay, not really a threat. Let's go bishop f4. Queen to e1 maybe? Yeah. Oof. Dang it. By trading off pieces here, guys, they're probably just going to flag me. I'm just not very fast, guys. Let's go knight to a5 here. Back rank checkmating idea. And they're smart enough not to fall for these cheap tricks. Knight takes on c4. Knight to d6 here. Rook c2, double the rooks. Rook takes b2. Obviously, this is a very good position, but again, knight f5, not for this time control. My nemesis, here we go. Knight f3, d4. It's Sicilian time. Knight takes, knight c3. Let's go to play g3, h3, bishop g2, knight there, knight to d5, pawn to c3. They do this so that I can't castle. It's a, I don't know if it's actually really that great, but he does it, and I don't know how to stop it. And I'm not going to, like, do preparation for a bullet game. His king's in the center here, too, so it's not like my position's, like, losing or anything. Let's go ahead and play queen to d2, knight to d4 ideas. And then we'll play pawn takes there, knight c6, maybe even pawn f4 to kick the knight. Oh, actually, the knight's trapped here, guys, so I need to play pawn f4 here next. Nope, they stopped it. Let's go ahead and play knight takes on f5, and then let's castle here. They can play knight f3 check, which is what they should do. Nope. Here, we'll just play queen e2 to jump out of that. Pawn takes here. Opening up with a file doesn't mean much. In fact, this is a file in front of their king. Queen h5. Let's go g4. Bishop to g4, d4 here. f7's our weakness that we're going to try and put pressure on here soon. Queen takes b5 here. Why not? Free money. Don't threaten me with a good time. Knight takes g4. I'll just take back. Okay, bishop there. Queen back to e2. King g7, I guess this is where they wants to go. Let's go rook f5. And I'm definitely thinking about sacrificing for this guy. Let's go d4, b4 here. No need to give that guy up. Rook takes over here is the idea. Let's go bishop takes, rook takes. Rook takes on e7 ideas, queen e3. Rook takes. Shoot. This was bad, yeah. Rook check there, queen check there. Oh, actually, this is kind of working out now. I wish I had planned it. Yeah, because look at this. Everything has to be checked here, guys, or else I'm going to get lost really fast. Queen check. But I should be either mating or able to defend. But I should be able to win the stuff. Hey, how's it going from Denmark, guys? Oh, what's going on? Logitech. C5. E6. Here we go. Pawn takes there. D6. G6. Bishop to G7. Oop. Let's go knight back to D7. This is the move. Bishop G7 here. Castles here. We'll play the rook over to E8. Knight E2 is not a very... I don't think it's one of the best ways to play this. Bishop C4 now. Queen C7 to play C4 and bring the knight over here to C5 is nice now. E4 is kind of a weakness here. And we'll go knight D7. Knight over to F6 here. Perfect. I am liking this position. E5 can get played, but maybe not the best. Knight G4 here. Attacking here. So now I can take on E5. Perfect. Pawn takes here. Don't threaten me with a good time. Knight takes on e5. These knights are beautiful. Let's go ahead and play bishop to d7 here, expecting this move, bishop to f4. And I don't know. We'll just play queen to d6 here. Just bring it on. I don't see the threat yet. So there. Okay, so knight to d3 is the idea. Actually, we could play pawn f6 because they were threatening over here. So we're just overprotected now. Pawn takes. They can add a check in here, but it doesn't do too much, I think. All right, knight takes. I don't know what this is up to. Bishop takes on e6. Everything looks guarded. Yeah, rook to b8. I'll play pawn to b5 here if you want me to. Knight to d5. Let's play b5 now. Oh, okay. Oof, bishop just takes. Check, king over. e4. Okay. Queen e5 here. Okay, rook to f8. Rook takes. Queen to d4. Bishop just trades here. And check. Bishop takes on b2. Maybe I should have tried to keep that pawn, but I don't know. Let's check. Rook over here. Hopefully trying to pin and win idea. Check. Pin and win idea. No, it doesn't do anything. Let's go bishop here. Threatening h5 idea. h5 checks. Oh gosh. Yeah, he's going for it. Bishop check there. Yeah. Hey, it's that Grandmaster. How's it going, dude? He plays the French defense. We're going to go for the Monte Carlo and d4, c4, knight c3. It's isolated pawn. Hopefully I get an attack going. He won most of our games last time, so expect that to happen again. Here we go, bishop to d3, pawn to c5. Let's get ready to castle. Pawn to a4. They could take on d4 here. I'll take back and play the knight back to d3. Okay, there. I want to keep this bishop. It's important to me. It means a lot. Let's go and play knight to b5 here. Great square. If they take, knight to b5 will get played. Nope. Let's go and play bishop to f4 here. And let's go knight to b5, putting pressure on d6 now. And rook to a3, looking to slide over here. Perfect. Let's go rook to g3, threading over there. No knight to h5 here. Knight takes d4. Look at my pieces. They are looking amazing here. The threat here is knight takes on e6 because I have knight f7 here, check, and then wins the queen. Takes, and we're threatening this guy over here. Bishop just takes. And then rook just takes. Yeah, he lost this one pretty badly. Queen takes on h5, and then we're threatening checkmate here on e8. Wow, that worked out. I got lucky on that one. Hey, what's going on, Leela? How's it going, girl? c5 takes on d4, knight c6, g6, bishop to g7, knight to f6. Let's go ahead and castle here. She's much faster than me, guys. I'll do my best to create counterplay. a6. Let's go b6 and bishop b7 here, and rook to c8. Yeah, already not doing too well. Actually, maybe if we get... Oh, perfect. She allowed me to take this guy. Let's go d5 here. Equality is in the air. Equality is in the air. Let's go to play queen takes d5. Bishop takes d5. Or she... Nope, she doesn't want to trade here. How dare she? How dare she not want to trade against me? Here we go. Queen e4. Maybe knight g5 will get played. I'll just bring the queen back to e7, I guess. Let's play h6, stopping that. b5 here. No, let's not do that just yet. Let's go queen to c6, checkmating idea, making her play e4. Then I'll bring the queen back over here. Okay, let's go rook c4. The threat here is to put pressure on e4. So I guess the knight goes back there. Nope, rook just takes on e4 now. Rook to f4. Knight takes on e5. I have bishop takes, which keeps defending. Let's go queen to f5. f3. Let's go rook h4. With rook takes h3 ideas are definitely in the air. Okay, let's go rook takes, queen takes. Checkmates are around here. e4. Let's go check here. And then queen takes on h3. e3 idea. Checks here. Queen check here. Queen f5, queen e6, I guess. Bishop takes. Nope, that's a terrible move. Let's do h5. King takes. Okay, queen f4, attacking the knight. Bishop takes, pawn e3. Oh no, the time's getting low. Queen g4. Oh no. Oh, so I'm sorry, Leela. She flags me most of the time, guys. She flags me. It's equal. It's equal. Here we go. Pawn to b4. d4, we're playing against the Owens opening over here. Bishop d3 to protect the pawn here on e4. Let's go c3, queen to e2. Pawn to f4, knight to f3. I'm building up my beautiful center here, guys. Knight to c3, then we'll play the pawn to e5 here next. Perfect. I guess they could play knight e4 here, but I'll just take. But I don't know what else. Yeah, okay. Well, f5 here is to try and open up this king side. They can get into some big trouble. It looks like they were one tempo off, or they messed up the opening somewhere. Let's go and start with pawn takes here. And let's castle. The threat now is knight to g5, so they'll play h6. Let's go knight to h4, threatening knight to f5. Perfect. Knight to f5, knight to d6 check. Bishop just takes on f5 now. There. Let's go ahead and play e6, threatening this guy. But if they take, bishop takes as a move, and bishop takes d5. Bishop f7 check if I wanted to. Bishop takes d5, and when they bring the there, we'll go bishop f4. We'll take and check here. No. Oh, knight b5 here wins. Knight here, so they have to give up that guy. We'll take and check. Queen to f3 check, and then bring the rook over here. Queen to... Oh. Queen c6 here, I guess. That was a terrible move by me. Queen b5. Rook over here. Maybe they play rook to d5 there. Queen back. Rook c6 to attack the knight. h3. Oh, they just dropped the rook there. Got a little too aggressive, I guess. Bishop takes check, knight e3. Queen to f3. Rook takes there. They're not giving up, though. They're not giving up. Respect. King h1. Let's go queen e3. Okay. Queen c3. Hopefully I don't flag here. d6 gets played. Perfect. Queen here. Queen check, then queen here. d7 gets played next now. Perfect. That's checkmate in 1. Rook takes, and then we have checkmate on b7. Here we go. Here we go. Next, on to the next game. On to the next game, guys. 1 hour left still. Oof. Who here is not tired? I am. Sicilian, g6. Bishop g7, knight c6. Let's play knight to f6. Let's go ahead and castle. d6 gets played now. This is just the main line. a5 threatening a4. Typically a4 will get played here. Bishop to d7, queen to d2, rook to c8, play knight e5, c4. h5 stops g4 at least right away. At least if they do this, I just take back with the knight. Let's go ahead and bring the knight to c7, e6 plans. Knight c4 is very typical here. Rook takes. Oh, you're not supposed to be giving this guy up. Actually, I think I did play a few games with this guy where we were having this kind of a dispute, if you will, about this idea. Knight takes here. Bishop takes here. This is really strong bishop for me, so I don't really want to give it up. I'm going to play queen to c7 here instead. Queen c5. Oh, God. I missed that, though. Let's go queen c5 here. Pawn takes in check. And I'll probably be losing the game here now. No, I mean, not probably. I'm losing the game here, sorry. This beautiful bishop here. I have to play king h7 here. So if they do play something like over here, I can play the king over. Bishop takes actually is now decent for me. If I could trade off queens here, I'll be happy. Okay, check there. Let's go king g7. Perfect. Queen takes here. King takes here. Check there. King over here. King back over here. Bishop to g4. Oops. King back over here. All right. Bishop g4 will take. Okay. King e7 takes. Okay. King back over here. King back over here. Rook over here. We'll take for this endgame because this endgame is not going to get any much better than this. Rook h6. Rook f6. Perfect. King takes. Check there. King there. I mean, this is the same endgame that was there before. Uh-oh. Am I losing here? Bishop to d7 here. Bishop takes on a4. Okay. Bishop there. Oh, we lost on time. It was probably a lost game there anyways. All right. Another 2900, guys. e4, d4, c3. Pawn takes. This is a typical gambit line they play. Knight to d2 to guard on e4. h3, stopping knight to g4 ideas. We'll take on b6 here. Play queen c2 to defend. Knight here. Sometimes they play knight b4, but it doesn't do anything. We'll play bishop e2. Again, they might play there. We'll just castle. They play there right away, which is probably one of the better moves. Takes. We need to move the bishop or else we'll just lose it. And we don't want to lose this bishop. Knight f4. Rook over to e1. This looks good enough with rook takes there. Knight b4 now. Queen to d1 here. Perfect. Knight to d3. We have rook takes on e7 here, so this works out just barely. Bishop takes. Rook takes. Queen to c2. Attacking the... Oh, they're attacking my rook. Oh, no. Queen c2. Attacking the knight, but defending here too. Actually, they have knight takes on f2 here, but they missed it. Rook to e3 to attack this guy. Okay, queen to b3. Knight to d5. Rook back over to e1. Knight to e4 is my new threat here. Perfect. Knight to e4, and then rook over to d1 here. Okay, rook to d1, attacking there. Okay, knight to f4, bishop to g3 here for a nice little pin. Knight d6 here, losing. Oh no, I'm okay. Yeah, he miscalculated that, like I did that. King over here, pawn takes over here. Knight to f3. Let's play rook to d7, and then we're winning because of the double checkmate threat there, and also the bishop. So it's check and then mate. There we go. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Let's take on Calm Berserker. Knight to f6, g6, pawn takes on f6, bishop g7, knight back to g8. And we'll do d6 here. They won't take. Pawn takes. Okay, knight to f6. We'll just get ready to castle. Castles. h5 over here, stopping the Calm attack. Let's go knight to d7. Bishop takes d7. Pawn to c5 here. Perfect. Knight takes c5, and I will take this bishop. They're threatening knight takes g6 here. Let's play bishop b6 just to trade off here. Perfect. Bishop takes on c4. They could trade off the queens here if they want to. It doesn't really do too much. Queen c7, they could play bishop e5 here. Just play queen to c6. And then rook to d8. Funny enough, their knight is better placed there than the bishop is, right? Knight to e4. Knight c3 ideas are already in the air. Let's play b4 here. They do have a passed pawn, but knight c3 is actually kind of a good square for me. Oh, interesting. Ooh, that's actually a good move, right? Knight takes here on d5. Bishop takes. Oh, gosh, I missed that move. Oh, gosh, I did miss this move. Bishop takes. Ah, I missed this move. Good game. I calculated only the other move. I only calculated the other move. Good game. Oh, another 3,000, guys. Here we go. c5. Knight f6, e6. Bishop takes e5. e5 is the right move. Knight back to g8. Knight to e4. Oh, interesting. We'll just play king f8 here. Overprotecting here. Knight c6. h5. Knight to h6 here. Perfect. Knight to f5 next move, if allowed. Knight to f5 here. Bring it on. Bring it on. Let's go bishop e7. Queen. Oh, yeah. That was terrible by me. Let's go and play queen to a5. Trying to put pressure here on a2, but it's not really a threat. Rook d5 is a good move. We'll go queen to b4 now. Okay. Queen to g4 here. Trading of the queens is not the worst thing that could happen to me. Queen takes g3. This is a terrible endgame for me. f6, pawn takes. And I got to figure out a way to bring this guy into the game. Knight e5, pawn takes here. Oh, no. They just have knight takes there. Dang it. d6 here. Knight takes d6 check is the right move. Bishop e6, pawn takes. Okay, rook over to c8 here. I think, actually, we can add knight c4 in real quick, right? And then play the rook to c8. It's important to keep the bishop here to guard d7 penetration ideas. There's no threats with this move yet. Their new threat is there, right? So let's go rook to d8. They're going to put pressure on the f-pawn here. So bishop g5 or knight to f6 check or something. They need to do this first, though. Yes. Knight to e3, knight to e5. Yep, another good move. I couldn't stop it. Good game. Not bad, 3,000. Not bad. Here we go. Pawn to b4. Let's take that centaur. It's a selling time. Knight f3. d4. Knight takes. Knight back to b3. Knight to c3. Bishop to d3. Maybe we'll get our Jesse James Gambit in here. Let's go to castle. They did play h6 to stop some ideas. Yes. f4. Bishop takes. Pawn takes on c3 most likely now. Nope. Let's go knight to d5 here. No, let's just play king h1. They can take here and then take on e4. Oh, they don't do that, though. Pawn takes. Bishop to d2. Or queen f3. They have successfully won my bishop, so we'll just play queen f3 here. They can take on c3, but they'll probably take the bishop. Oh, no, they didn't. They're going to play this. So bishop takes h6 because this guy's hanging. Queen to g3. Checkmate idea. Knight g6. Bishop just takes now. Queen takes g6. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Should have played out a little bit different there, I think. e4, c5, g6. Bishop g7. The bishop b5 stuff is like nonsense here. They're only anticipating if you play the knight to c6, and I didn't, so they are just trying to play fast here. Oh, it's a 2800. Yeah, they're trying to play real fast here. Let's go ahead and castle. Bishop g5 is really annoying. Castle's right here. Let's go ahead and play pawn f6 in the future. We'll go king h7 to stop bishop trades here. And then I could play f6 here next here too. F6, and then I could play d5 here, hitting the center. Perfect. Actually, we just want a piece here too, because after pawn takes d4, so they're going to play... Oh, they played it this way. Rook over to e8. Bishop over to e6 here next. Yes. Bishop e6 here, just defending the knight. I got to keep up my development, so just trading here would not be the best thing I could do. Queen to d7 here. Maybe they're playing c4. Okay. Bishop to f7 here. Takes, and then I guess they're going to make another trade. Knight to f4. This is a really great square because the idea is to play there. Oh, dang it. I did miss that. Knight to e6 here, attacking the bishop. Queen to d7 here. You got to be careful. Got to be careful here, guys. Crap. Let's play knight e5 and just make another trade. Knight to d4 will be good here next. Knight to d4. Pawn takes. Trying to stop these pawns from getting a little too far. Okay. Queen c6, attacking the knight. I think we just take here. Pawn takes here. Bishop f8. c5. Oh, interesting. Let's go bishop here. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Ah, very nice move. Bishop here. Bishop here. Bishop here. They're going to have to give that up. Okay, a5. Bishop here. Ah, this is losing now. Okay, king here. King here. Yes. Okay, a4. This is winning there. Okay, king over. King takes. No, check. I'm going to add this cheapo in, see if he falls for it. No, he didn't fall for it. He didn't fall for it. G5. King over. King over. I didn't know what else to play because he's so fast. To draw now. H4, H3. Oh, God, I got the draw. Oh, man, she's fast. Here we go. Against Karina. Knight f3. It's Sicilian time. d4. Knight takes d4. Knight c3. e5. Bishop b4. Bishop to d3. My Jesse James Sicilian's coming. Or the Jesse James Gambit. Nope. They don't play for it. Pawn takes. Yeah, the Jesse James Gambit will only do it if they do this line, but they, what's it called? They take the pawn before castling. Bishop g5 is good because of this pin. They're going to get double pawns here. So let's go ahead and play bishop takes here right away. And then knight to d4. King h8 will probably get played. Okay, they played there right away. Let's play queen h5 here. Queen h6. And I guess we're gonna, unfortunately just going to take a free pawn. Oh, no, they have knight to g4 here. She can hold on to the pawn. Okay, so we're going to, yeah. Okay, we'll do this in check here, I guess. California. Let's take on e6 here. Trades are not always the best for us, but I think here this endgame is not so bad. Okay, rook to f5 here. The knight is definitely better than this bishop. We'll play g3 just over protecting for a lot of these ideas. A4, and then we're going to play the rook over to b1 here to put pressure on the b7 pawn. Rook b8. Oh, bishop takes a6 gets played. And then b7 will fall. Endgame is looking good for me now. Well, winning 2 extra pawns will be good for me, right? Bishop to d3. Taking on b6 is one of the ideas. Let's go king to g2. h7 is one of our new pawns we're going to put pressure on. Bishop b5 here next. If they try to attack the pawn. We're just going to play nice simple chess here. We're up on time. I don't know if she's just giving up here. I don't know why. She's really fast. Am I lagging? I hope I'm not lagging, guys. I don't know. Typically she doesn't give up, and I wouldn't do that either. Awesome. Here we go. Another double fianchetto. Queen a5. Ah, queen a5 to take on c5 here next, hopefully. Bishop e3. Knight c6. Knight b3. Queen b6. Queen over there. Let's do d5 and then maybe e5 next if they play bishop to f4. Let's play rook to d8. Again, e5 is our idea. e5 here. Bishop to e6. Actually, yeah, bishop e6. I'm surprised I didn't play there. Oh, we'll bring the bishop back. I should have played b6 first here to kick the knight. Knight d3, you have e4 here. So now we play the bishop over here. Again, no need to give up the bishop here for no good reason. And then we'll bring the bishop back here. Bishop there again. Bishop to f5. Bishop to c8 again. Okay, here we go. Pawn a5, a4, a3. Yeah, we're expecting there. We can play knight takes here though, right? Pawn takes, bishop takes here. So they have to give up the bishop here. No, they do not. Good move. Let's go ahead and play the rook to c8 here. Knight takes here. And bishop g7 here. Yeah, queen to e7. I think this is all but forced because the attack can be really strong here. Let's play b5, b4 ideas. I'm not sure which they're going to play here. Oh, she plays there. Let's play b4. This was the only pawn being attacked here. Maybe they play knight c5 here next. I'll play the queen to c7 next. Knight to d4 here. Takes. And then rook c2, penetration. We're inside the position now. Let's play bishop takes. Rook takes b2. Queen to f6, threatening on f2 checkmating ideas. Oh no, I missed that. This should just be a lost endgame now. Knight e2, knight f4. Checks. Knight to d3, f2 is the idea, knight back. Checks, knight back to d4. Pawn to h5, pawn takes here. Pawn takes g4. Yeah, dang it. I missed the queen trade there. The only way I could win was if I was able to win with the attack. At least in that position. e4, d4, knight c3 here. Pawn to f4, queen takes d4, queen to f2. They typically play this. Knight to f3. Oh, pawn to e5. Yes, and then we'll take on e4 here. The knight will go to d2, and then we'll try to take on e4 next. Things are a little bit off with this variation. What's different? Knight to d4 here. Bishop to b3. Then bishop c5 will get played, which is really annoying. Queen g3, trying to jump out the way. Okay, knight c2. Do not take the pawn at least right away, because then the c2 will fall. Knight takes on e3. A takes b3. We covered on c2 check, but knight takes b3 is still a move there. Let's go king f2. We can't block, or else we'll get into some major trouble there. Queen takes g7 is an idea. Knight to d5 here. And then we'll take on b4. This is the only thing I could think of. Oh, dear Lord, they were nice to me. Let's go ahead and play queen takes g7 here. Ugh, terrible looking move, but I don't know what else I'm supposed to play here, guys. I'm already a little bit worse. So, yeah. Rook f to c1 here. Checkmating idea right there. So if they play, okay, I was going to say, if they play the other move, double the rooks. Rook check there, we'll just play rook there. Queen takes f7, rook takes c6. Ideas are definitely in the air. Queen e6 check. Okay. Let's play g3 here, just over protecting. Rook e8's really strong. Queen takes. King to g2, they're threatening to take on e5 there. Bishop to f2, I'm going to lose on time. Dang it. I didn't look at the clock. I didn't look at the clock there. I didn't realize I was so low on time. Obviously, I think the position's a little... Well, I don't know if it's obvious to you guys, but I think the position's much better here for white. But not with a clock like this. Oh. Here we go. We got a grandmaster. Knight to f6, g6, bishop g7. Let's go into castle. c5, pawn takes. Knight c6, knight takes d4, d6 over here. a6 is a symmetrical English over here. Rook to b8 to prepare pawn to b5. And let's do it. Pawn takes on b5 here. Oh, interesting. They played c5. So in this move, we'll play bishop f5 here first, or knight to e8. If you take on c5, the bishop comes to f4 to attack, huh? Let's play b4 here real quick, attack the knight. And then maybe we could take on c5 here next. Perfect. Now we could take on c5, because now we have an escape square for this rook. So there, bishop f4, rook to b5. Okay, rook to b5. Bishop c7. I guess the rook can go to d2 now. Okay, rook over here. Oh, that doesn't work out. It does not work out. So let's go knight to d7 here. And we're going to... No, it doesn't do anything. They can take this guy and take that guy. Pawn to e5 now, attacking the bishop. Pawn to f6, attacking the bishop again. Bishop to f8. Okay, let's try that. No, again, this is just terrible. Pawn takes, because they still take on c5 here. Good game. Oh, man. That theory was above my pay grade. Good job. Oof. I'll have to... I haven't seen that move in quite a while, but I do remember those lines. e4, d4. Ah, come on. Don't lag on me, please. c3. f4. e5. Let's take that center. Bishop to d3 here. c5. Pawn takes here. Just because I don't want to be defending against this. Pawn f6 is pretty much forced here. Let's go to castle real quick. e6 is the weakness. I think we just take here on d4. Do not take back. It doesn't help us out. Bishop f2. Knight takes d4 is an idea. Queen takes. Maybe they play. Oh, they play there. That's okay. Rook to d1. Playing against that. Bishop takes on f5 ideas. Queen takes right here. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if that really helps them out. Let's play knight to e4 here. Knight to d6. Bishop c4 here real quick. A nice move attacking the bishop and over here. The knight's going to d6 here. It looks like they just blundered a piece and won there. And let's go ahead and check there. Why not? Knight g5 check. Let's win some more material. G4 here. Looks really strong. Queen to d4 idea. So I don't know where the knight even goes to. b3. Just protecting the bishop there. We'll take on b6. And we're still attacking the knight here. Okay, we'll take over here, finally. Check. And the idea is that they have to be careful with this queen. The queen's lost. Pawn to f6 check. Queen to d7 here. Idea to checkmate here on g7. So queen c5 check. Rook f2. Yeah, I'm expecting that move. Is there a way to guard the checkmate squares, though? I didn't see a way. I guess queen to d8, but I have queen check there. Okay. I don't know. Is there check? There's probably a checkmate there. Oh no! Thank you for letting me know. I wonder. Hopefully the camera didn't freeze for that long. I don't know why it's been freezing, but please let me know if it's freezing again, guys. Knight f6, g6 over here, bishop to g7 here. Let's go ahead and castle. c5, pawn takes. Knight c6. I think what happened is I have like some other stuff on. If I turn on like some of the... Oh, so they're playing for the exact same thing. So this time, we'll add in bishop f5 here, not allowing c5 here. e4 is good because now you can see that they don't have the other move. Knight g4, knight to e5 to win on c4 is the idea. We'll play rook b8. We're assuming they're going to play there. Knight to e5, then b5 ideas. Actually, knight c6, knight to d4. Then we could play b5. Perfect. Knight to d4. Then we could play b5 with pawn takes on c4. All we need to do is create a weakness here. Knight takes b5. Bishop just takes here. Let's play queen to d7. Rook to c6 is very good. They didn't play it right away. So there, even rook c6 is still good here. Annoying enough. Queen b7 here. Yeah, they're going to just double up here. Let's just take here, allow the pass pawn, and hopefully try to say we can try to blockade this guy. Queen takes on a6, rook takes... Ooh, I missed that. Almost lost my knight there. This opening is just destroying me. Oh, interesting. Is this rook takes b7, pawn takes, queen takes check, okay? Bishop takes... No, it's losing. Dang, dude. Ugh. So annoying. Alright, let's try it again. Pawn to e4, d4, c3, pawn takes c5 here is a typical gambit line they play, so I just pre-move it, bishop e3. Do not take the knight until they play the queen to c7 here, guys. h3, because until then they're not threatening to take here, so there's no need to waste tempos. Alright, pawn takes here, queen c2 to defend on e4, knight f3, d5 is strong there, bishop to d3, we'll just give up the bishop if we have to. And then castles here, so we're just up extra pawn for no good reason. I'm going to go and play e5 here. If they do... Okay, so bishop to d4 here, guarding. That's okay. Queen e3. Knight takes on e5, pawn to f4. Perfect. Rook e1, just guarding on e5 again. Knight g5 here, attacking the rook. Pawn f4. Now this guy's defended. Now doubling up here doesn't really make too much sense. Let's bring the knight back to f3. And we'll try to expand over here. Oh, no! I did miss that move. Let's go ahead and play rook c1 here. Pawn takes here. They won back the pawn, but even worse than that, they won it back with potential. All right. Well, I guess technically we still have a little bit of an edge here because it's the knight versus there. Oh, cool. They didn't play the best move, which was check there. So knight to f3. This is actually a very good endgame for the knight versus the bishop. So let's go g3. We're going to put pawns in the opposite color of the bishop. And... Is it knight takes on e4, just go into a winning endgame here? g4. Pawn takes. b3. We need to get to Zugzwang here, guys. Maybe I should have played h4 first there. a3. We have a pass pawn over here, so we're winning. We're going to run this way. c5. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. And so c6. Takes. We get at least a draw here. You know what? Maybe I overspoke. It's just a draw. Because the king... We can't force the king out of the corner there. Draw. Here we go. Knight f3, knight to f6, g6, bishop g7 here. Let's get ready to castle. We're playing against a king's Indian attack. Knight over to c6 here. Crap. E6. 36 minutes. What happened here? Pawn takes, they just dropped a pawn there. Queen takes, knight takes. Knight back over here. We need to guard against d7. Oof, if you play b6 there, we'll be in some trouble because of the diagonal. Rook b8, and then maybe b6 we could play now. b6 here is perfect timing. Okay, there. Knight to e5. We have to be careful here, guys. d7 is going to be hanging. Maybe we can get our bishop out over here. Bishop to a6 now. Okay, knight to g4. We keep making threats here. We need to be on tempo. Knight to f6 here. Okay, perfect. Knight h6, knight to d5. We will give back the pawn. That's okay. But I want a light square bishop for it, please. Okay. I don't mind that. Knight to f5. Pawn takes. Okay, let's go rook e8, attacking the knight. Oh, interesting. They didn't do that. Rook e2. Double the rooks here. I think I have a very good endgame now. Double the rooks. If they do knight to e5, we'll take. Let's go bishop b7 here. Threatening the knight. Okay. Let's go h6 here. Yeah, they're going to make some trades here. Pawn takes g5. Okay. Let's go c4 here. Knight takes on f5. Just looking for trades here. Bishop e4 here. Bishop d3. Bishop to d3. Bishop there. Bishop there. Let's go rook b8. We need to push these pawns forward here. a5. Bishop e4. Don't allow the trades unless it's good for us. b5, b4. Here they come. Here come the passed pawns. Well, there's no passed pawns here. Sorry. Pawn takes. They need to take back that way. a3 is a new idea. Perfect. Let's go rook a8. Rook takes over here on a3. Bishop just takes here. Rook takes here. Pawn takes here. Passed pawns must be pushed. There's no checkmate there, is there? King. No. c2. And I lost on time. Dang it! All right, he stopped this. All right, on to the next game, guys. Here we go. Uh-oh, it's Lila again. She's probably mad I flagged her. But who wouldn't be? Here we go. d4. Knight takes d4. We got a Sicilian. She likes to play the nice sort of Sicilian. So here we go. Bishop c4 here. I play the Fischer-Sozin attack, which is one of the stronger ways to play against it. Bishop back to b3. It's a good job to not leave your piece hanging. Typically, she plays b5 here, so I'm not sure if she did this on purpose or not. Bishop takes on e6. One of my favorite sacrifices here. Thematic. Yeah, she's sick of it too. Bishop back to b3. You get 3 pawns for the piece, and the king becomes very unsafe here. Let's go g4 here. We're trying to open up the g file here. Let's play bishop h4. They could take on g4 here, but we take on e7, or we just play rook to g1. Remember, it's not about the material right now. It's about who can get to the attack first. So knight takes on e4. Knight takes on e7 check, or bishop. Yeah, knight takes on e4. Knight takes on d6. Do I miss something here? Hopefully not. We're guarding most of the squares around here. Okay, queen to d2 can get played. Or actually, we could play knight takes on e8, knight takes c7 here. Knight takes c7. And then let's play knight back to d5, threatening knight to e7 check, and the bishop's still hanging here too. So rook takes. Okay. Knight, oops. Let's play a4 here. Let's not get flagged, hopefully. All right. Let's go rook here. f7 is one of our targets. Okay. Knight to e3. Here, dang it. Rook, knight takes here. Rook takes on f7 check. Rook takes on g7. Yeah, we're going to get flagged here for sure. Rook takes on a6 here. We're going to have to try to go for the win, I guess. Rook e6 check and then takes. Ah! Good job, Lila. On to the next game. Here we go. Joaquin Castro, c5. It's Sicilian time. e6. Bishop takes on c5 here. a5 stopping b4 ideas. Let's play d5 here too. Knight takes d5 ideas. Let's go ahead and castle. Pawn takes on c4 here. Why not? Queen to e7 here. Knight c6 again, stopping these ideas. At least right away. e5, e4. Bishop g4 is a move I want to play for a pin. Bishop h5. I guess we're going to play g4 here because e4 is such a strong move. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to... Do I taste... No, I shouldn't do... I was thinking about doing that, but no, it's not good for me. Let's play e4 here. And then knight to e5. Yes, I like this move. Knight to e5, knight f3 checks are going to be really strong for me. We'll see if they play the knight to d5 here right away or not. Nope, they do not. Let's play rook to d8 here ourselves. Doesn't do anything. Knight takes. And then here they're threatening, so bishop to d6. Holding on to this knight, at least for now. The knight f3 check is a move we want to play, and we're going to get it. We are going to get it here. Crap. Let's play h5 here. This is checkmate idea. So pawn takes here. Okay, queen e6 or queen d7. Let's play queen e6 here. This is checkmate again. I just couldn't get the queen there to h4. I'm just, you know, we have to be careful because we walked into a discovery here. But I don't know if there's a way actually to defend. I guess if knight f4, we just play bishop takes on f4. And then we'll win at least the rook there because we're still threatening the checkmate there. Guess he couldn't figure it out in time. d4, knight to f6. Here we go, d5 here. Oh, this is called the... Oh, never mind. Let's go bishop f5 here. Bishop g6, e6. Oh, I missed the pawn there on d4. Let's just take it now. Queen takes. Knight check there. I play pawn takes here. I really don't mind. Queen to b4 here. Queen takes b5. Oh, check there. Interesting. Queen takes. Knight over to a6 here. c6 idea. Bishop takes on d6. King over here. The knight is guarding there, which is nice. Let's go ahead and play rook to d8. And king back to e8 now. And I can play the knight back to c7 here. h5 so my bishop doesn't get trapped. Knight c7, knight to d5 is going to be a great square. They stop that. Let's go e5, knight to e6. We need a route or somewhere for this knight to go to, guys. Let's play c5 and then bring the knight to d4 here. Oh, okay, rook there. Perfect, knight to d4 here. This is all we wanted here. b5, undermining this pawns is good. Pawn takes. Oh gosh, that is very good for them. I don't see a way to defend the pawn. Ah! Pawn takes. My king was just in the wrong square at the wrong time. Let's go king here. Okay, king to f6. Okay. Eesh, this is not going well. Rook over here, d3. King e5, because they take on f7 here. So rook to c2 check. Okay. Bishop takes. Pawn up. Get ready to run. There shouldn't be any checkmates or anything. King over here. That check is actually not good for them because now the pawn takes, and I think I'm just winning. Yes. Rook takes, king over here. Threatening checkmate. Pawn up. Check. King takes, threatening checkmate. King up. Okay, queen. Yeah, lost on time there, unfortunately. All right, Sicilian time, guys. g6. Pawn takes on d4. Knight to f6. Knight to c6. Let's go the knight to d5. This is one of the main lines here. Bishop c4 sometimes gets played. Bishop g7 attacking the pawn. Knight to e6. And I play the knight to d4 here. A trade of one piece is good for me. Also, I'm getting a free tempo on the pawn here on e5. Yeah, it looks like they just missed that. h5 here. We don't want them to attack us. Although they're going to attack us. Okay, knight back to c6 here. Let's just not drop the piece and get ready to castle. Perfect. Castles is perfect. e6 idea. Ooh, bishop c7. Does that do anything? Queen to d8. Let's go for it. Pawn takes here. Rook takes here. Rook e1 check idea. Let's go rook b8, threatening pawn to b5. b2 is one of the ideas. Rook to e6 here. Then they'll play knight c7, I guess. Yes, knight c7. Rook to e7 here. Bishop e5 wins. The knight. So they stop that. Let's go ahead and play b5, threatening b4. Okay. Bishop f5, threatening there. So check and then takes. Check there. Perfect. King there. Ah, I did that so I wouldn't fall for this check, but I fell for it anyways. So it's funny how that happens with knights sometimes. You're just like, I do this move to stop this check, but then you walk into the other one, it's still check. It's like, okay. Okay. b4 there. I don't see any threats. b3, d5, rook to c8. Oh, watch out for that bishop. That knight's just killing me this game, guys. Bishop to f5. He'd probably play rook f1 to threaten that check again. I would. Why not you? King f8. Okay, rook to c8. Rook to d8 to defend. a6. Rook to d6. Bishop e6. Takes. Good game, Oscar. It's Lila again. Here we go, e4, and we're going to go for another nice dwarf Sicilian d4. Knight takes. Knight c3. Oops, he mixes up the move order here. I guess he doesn't want to play that main line that we typically play, which is kind of a good thing. e5 usually will snack a piece if you're not paying attention. And typically I try to pay attention. Let's go knight to d4. And we'll do my typical maneuver here, which is knight e2, g3, f5. Rook to d1. Just defending. We just want to make sure the c4 square is under control. Bishop back to... Actually, we'll go d2, c3. Oh no, knight to g3. And then knight to f5, threatening on e7. And bishop c3 here too. So this is pretty good for us. Knight takes g7, knight to h5, check ideas. Perfect. Knight takes g7. We're threatening on f6 here. Perfect. Bishop just takes, just wins the queen. And here we'll put a little bit of class. We'll play knight to h5 check so that we don't lose a full piece there. Knight just takes. Queen to g3 here. She might resign right now. Nope, she's not going to resign. Let's go queen g3. Queen h3 check is one of the ideas, and also rook takes on d3. Let's check. Oh, she doesn't do that. Mate. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's keep it going, guys. e4, let's take that centaur. Still got 30 minutes left. d4, knight c3. We're playing a modern. Pawn f4. We're going for my Austrian attack, which I love to play. Learned it from Naka. Knight to f3. He didn't teach me or anything, but I saw him play a game with it, and I was like, well, this is freaking awesome. And I want to play like Naka. Let's go ahead and castle. Queenside castling is interesting. Let's play knight c5 real quick here. We'll take on f6 here. I'm not against it, guys. h3 here, attacking the bishop. Hopefully they take. Perfect. Now we have the bishop pair and knight takes b7 ideas. Let's go ahead and play bishop g5 for a free tempo over here. Then we'll play the rook to e1 here. And now they need to be very careful. Bishop c4 ideas are already in the air. This knight... Oh, interesting. Ooh, nice move here, my friend. Nice move. I guess we'll just take here. Bishop to e3. And then we're defending the knight. The idea is to take and then take here. On f7. So did we win a piece there? Kind of. Kind of. We'll bring the bishop back to b3 and we'll take one of the rooks. Yeah, to take the one that's least active. Let's go rook c1 here. Rook to d2. Bishop checks here. Knight takes there. All right, bishop back to b3. Doubling the rooks here is just losing now. Let's... Oh gosh, that doesn't work at all. Oh gosh, this is just terrible, guys. Let's go rook c3, rook to g3. I can't see any other way to defend against g2, which is really bad for me. And then rook to f3 here. Because they're going to... Oh, no. Rook to e3. Rook checks there. Rook checks here. Okay, rook takes here. Knight check here. Okay, rook check here. We're just getting checkmate there anyways. Those rooks were just way too strong, and my pieces couldn't be working together, but they weren't coordinated enough. Here we go, pawn to e4, knight to f3, knight to c3. We'll do it. Knight takes on e5, trick or treat. Here we go. Pawn to d4. Pawn to d5. Knight c6 is wrong. You're supposed to play the knight to g6. Pawn to e5 here. 2 pawns in the center. This is looking great. d6 here. Now white is much better. Not much better, only like a point better, even though we're down a pawn here. Queen b6 typically gets played. We could play the queen to e2 check here, winning a piece back. Let's go knight to b5, threatening knight c7 check. Okay, now we'll go queen to e2. And we will not take after they play either one of these moves. We're going to play bishop to g5 next. Okay. Pawn takes real quick. And then I'll bring the bishop back to e3, assuming that they're going to... I'm assuming they're going to take with the queen, yeah. Bishop to e3. And we're going to castle queenside here. Pawn c3 is an idea if they do queen b4 check here. Perfect. And now d6 is one of the threats, and the king cannot castle. So check here. Knight takes here, less about winning a pawn. It's really just about attacking the knight. Although, look, bishop c5 is now a threat, and they'll probably miss that and move the knight somewhere. Oh, maybe they saw it. Queen just takes. Bishop c5 again is our threat. Another Halloween gambit. Let's play bishop e2. Ugh, not a good square. Bishop f3. Just make sure c2 is not being too attacked right here. Rook to d2. Knight to d6 here I like the most. It's threatening f5, c8, and this queen right here. And a2 was guarded. I don't know why she brought the... maybe she just moved the queen, but she didn't realize that it was not getting out of the way. All right, it's Ashwin again. Here we go. E4, C5. G6. Pawn takes D4. Pawn takes. This is called the Smith-Morra defense. Or the Smith-Morra attack, sorry. Knight takes on E5. Bishop takes. Bishop takes F7 check. King takes. King over. This is mainline theory. Queen takes. Pawn to D6 here. And this is supposed to be giving white an edge here, which I don't see why it's not. Let's go ahead and bring the bishop out to D7, maybe C6 here. Okay, they're going for that check. Let's go and play H5 because they're threatening some stuff over there. Bishop C6 here. If they want to take there, that's okay. Rook over to F8 now, and maybe E5 in the future. Let's go queen to D7. We need to keep guarding here. And maybe queen to F5 in the future. Let's go rook F7 real quick. Knight F4 gets played. E5, I think, is almost but forced now because they had knight E6 check, and the knight would be amazing there. Oh, they missed that move. They could have taken on E5 there, right, because of the pin. Queen F5. Not a bad move. Knight to E4. Attacking, attacking. Takes. Perfect. Pawn to D5 would be played next. Oh, gosh, I just missed that. Dang it. All right, D5, E4. Oof, losing now. Let's go ahead and triple up here. If I can take on F2, that'd be great. But most likely not going to happen. King H7. Bishop D4 there is still very strong. Let's go ahead and bring the queen back to D7 with rook to F4 ideas. Rook F5 there. If they go to E5 there, it would have been really nasty for me. Rook F4, rook to G4. Perfect, rook to G4. And then queen to D8 here. Rook takes G2 check. That's not enough. We'll just play the queen back to D8. Everything's guarded. Oh gosh, never mind. That's no longer guarded. Good game. Great attack here by Ashwin. Gosh darn it, dude. Why does the camera freaking keep turning off? This is why I don't like to turn on other apps, because the apps will fight over itself. I think I turned on my... What was it? What did I turn on? Here we go. E4. Let's say the Centaur. I turned on Telegram, although Telegram I don't think would be fighting for it. I think it was Discord that fights over the camera. Bishop to D3. Bishop takes on C4. Even though my Discord is not even on right now. Let's go knight to E5 here. We have isolated pawn. Bishop to G5 here. Knight to D5 will probably get played. Queen to F3. We'll take on C3. We have good pressure here in the center. Rook over to D1. And now I can bring my bishop back. Oh, knight to G4 here. Actually, we take on D5 here? Yes. Knight to G4, threatening knight takes on F6 check here. If they play the bishop back to E7, rook takes, knight takes in check, bishop takes here, bishop here. Ah, dang it, they're trading here. Queen to G3, queen to G5, and queen there. Okay, queen G5 won't do anything good. So let's go rook to D3. Oh god, that's terrible. Queen F4, queen G5. Oh, that was my fault, guys, sorry. Check there, I was wrong. They're just about to play queen to F5 there. Oh, that was my fault. I should have played something else. Yeah, good game. Stupid camera. It's Ashwin again. Let's see if we get another Smith-Morra. We need more of the more. Pawn to G6. Pawn takes D4. Bishop to G... Oh, pawn takes on C3. Bishop G7. Knight to C6. Knight takes on E5 again. Bishop takes. King takes. King G7. Knight to F6. D6 right here. Rook to F8. Let's see. What's the move here? I guess we'll try Bishop F5 this time, and they'll probably go there to play the check threat right there. And let's go queen to B6 now, threatening on B2. Rook F7, just guarding over here. Rook takes there. Another very nice attacking move. All right, knight to G8. They won back their pawn already. King takes. We're still threatening to take on B2 though. Okay, I don't see why not. Queen takes B2. Queen check there. King over. Queen check there. Okay. King H7. The knight's guarding on E7 for now, but we need to be careful. I can't move the knight right now because of this pin. Let's go rook C8 here, attacking this guy. Okay. Queen B6 here. I'd love to survive until the endgame. That would be nice. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think he's going to want to do that, though. Queen C7, knight to D5, queen to G7. Oh, interesting. Pawn just takes there. Oof, that's actually pretty bad for me. I didn't realize that. Opening up of the H file there. Knight to D5, queen to C4, and then queen F7 check, and then mate over there. Oh, he missed it. Check. And my king's going to be able to run, which is better than nothing. King here. The bishop moves backwards, guarding on g6. Queen takes g4 ideas. Let's go queen to e2, attacking the rook. Okay. King to d7, I guess. Maybe I should have added the check in real quick. King to c6, I guess. Okay, queen takes here. Oh, okay, time. I was like, okay. I was like, did I lose the game? Here we go. Pawn to b4. Let's take that centaur. d4. Pawn to f4. c3. We like 3 pawns in the center here. Why not? Queen e2. Pawn to e5. Perfect timing. Actually, not the best timing, but it's good timing. The reason why it's not best is because I can't bring the knight to d2 just yet, unless they will be able to play. Let's add this check in real quick, which kind of messes things up. Then we'll bring the bishop back to a4. Now I can play the knight to d2 and knight e4. Because the knight... Oh, they messed that up. They meant to castle there, unfortunately for them. And knight to d6 check is being threatened now, too. Sorry, buddy. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. Let's play pawn c4, kick this knight. Is the knight trapped here? It is not. Let's play bishop f4, knight to g6. Nope. Knight to d6, rook to d1 makes sense to me to play d5. Bishop back to g3, knight to f5 is good now. Bishop to b3. Bishop takes b3 so that the knight will be perfect here. Let's take here on d5 first. And then knight to c5 here looks amazing. Attacking the queen and also b7 check. Knight takes on e6. Oh, that was a terrible move. For some reason, I thought that I was going to be able to take in check there. Let's go d5 here. Okay, queen takes b5. Nope, that's a terrible move. Let's go knight to d4, stopping the check. King to h2. Bishop to h3. Still a very good piece here. And then queen to d2 here, threatening b5 ideas. Queen h5 checks are not there. Let's go rook f7 check. Okay, rook to f5 here. Queen c3 check, allowing queen c6 there. Nope, they don't do it. Rook to b4. Trying to put pressure on b5 now. Queen to b3. Rook a5, why not? Rook check there. Okay. Oh, time. Good game. Yeah, I messed up that attack a little bit. Here we go. e4, c5. It's Sicilian time. g6. Pawn takes on d4. Bishop to g7 here. Pawn takes. Knight c6 here. Knight to f6. Let's go ahead and castle here. Knight g4, d5, and now black's a little bit better here. When you get d5 in this game, then you're typically better. Pawn takes, queen takes, check. Oh, they didn't do it. Knight takes d4, then we'll take on f3, then we'll take on d2. Let's just play bishop e6 here. Pawn to h5. Queen to a5 here. Is this an inter-Samoa? Okay, let's go queen to a5 here. a2 is one of the ideas. Then we have rook a to c8. Or f to c8 here, threatening rook takes on c3. So, but we're still threatening there, yeah. So let's play knight to d5 here first. And then we'll make some trades and hopefully get some attacks in there. King takes first is important. Queen takes d5. Pawn to b3. f3 is hanging there too. Interesting. I guess, well, yeah, I don't know if we do the check after. Let's play pawn e5 here. Rook to c5 here. Rook over to c8. Rook takes c2 ideas are now in the air. Queen takes on e4. Queen a2 check ideas are in the air. Okay. Let's go rook c6 here. And then pawn to a4. Get ready. Bishop c4 is a move. Nope, pawn just takes. Rook over here. We'll add the queen check here real quick, I think. Queen checks. And then rook takes on f3. Queen f6 check. Let's just not lose on time, please. Rook checks. Dang it. Rook takes check. He missed the... he could have just blocked with the rook there. I guess he... Whew. Motherfucker, dude. Okay. Let's check and see what the hell's going on with our freaking camera and why it keeps freezing. Because... There we go. Maybe it's because of that? I don't know. There's only one freaking camera on here. And as much as I like to see my freaking face in one place, I don't want that to happen. What the hell is going on? Oh, damn it. Alright, here we go. Pawn to b4. Let's take that centaur. Pawn takes on d5. Knight c3. d4. We got a Scandinavian over here. Bishop to g5. Bishop to d3. Queen to e2. Attacking the Scandinavian now. Let's go h4, h5, h6 ideas. Trying to attack the king in the center. Okay, let's go bishop to h4. Knight to d5 will probably get played here. They're just looking for trades. Knight takes d5. And bishop g3. I don't want to trade just yet. Knight to e5. Perfect. More trades, the better, right? That's the Scandi way of thinking. King to b1. And let's play bishop h4. It's a very good pin for us. Let's go rook to g1, threatening g4 idea now. Okay. Bishop takes. g4, f4, g5. Pawn takes again. All they're doing is trading here. g5. Let's play g5. Pawn takes on h6 here. Perfect timing. All right, pawn takes here. Let's play pawn f5, f6. Queen e3. Idea is just to attack on h6. This is checkmating idea. Okay. Queen just takes on h6 is checkmate. Okay. Here we go. Knight f3, knight f6, g6, bishop g7. Let's castle. c5 here. Knight c6, pawn takes d4. Oh, d5 here, perfect timing. Knight oh, okay. Pawn takes first. Knight takes, then we can take on c4 at the end here. a6, hopefully to play b5. Let's play b5 here. Bishop e6 for another free tempo on this queen. And then rook c8, another free tempo on the queen. b4, just winning a piece now. Queen over to a5 or queen b6? Queen a5, queen b6. Let's go queen e8 here. I'm afraid of like little moves that are going to attack my queen that's unprotected. So now she's protected. Knight to d7 will win the e5 pawn ideas, and also we're threatening the knight here too. Okay. Pawn just takes. Interesting. Rook just takes. Pawn just takes. And knight takes on e5 here. I'm not afraid of. F3 ideas. This is really strong here too. Okay. Dang it, dang it, dang it. What do I play here? Queen a8. The idea is to try to get the pawn across the board, and also queen to a8. Yeah, they have to trade there. Rook takes on a2. This is just defending. Knight f3 check was a blunder I was hoping for. Takes in check, and bishop f5 should just be winning the game now. Let's just go and play h5 real quick. Bishop f5. Bishop takes. Rook takes. Let's hopefully get a checkmate here. Bishop f3 is gonna be a mate. Bishop c3, rook check, mates. Bam, guys, bam. Whew, here we go, here we go. Here we go, pawn to b4. Let's take that centaur. Knight to f3, 2900. Oh, they're playing the elephant gambit. Knight takes. Knight back to c3. Knight back to g1. d4. Let's take that centaur. I don't know. I'm going to play bishop to b5 here. I don't know this line. Knight to e2, just defending the pawn. Let's go ahead and castle here. Bishop c4 here. Knight to e5, though. Dang it. Oh, a3 here. Perfect. Okay, let's play b4, b5, I guess. Yep, bishop takes g5. I don't see why not. I mean, I do see why not, but yeah, it's nothing good here. Queen c1, queen to f4. Perfect. I have one defensive move here. That's the only thing I could do. Queen there. Eesh. Just queen back to h6 or something is going to be good enough. Let's play the knight back to b5, threatening checkmate on c7 here. So check, queen back to f4, and this will force the queen trade, or else I will do the smothers mate idea. What's this one? Knight to d6 here. Oh yeah, bishop can just take the rook there. And then let's go rook to d1 here, just defending. c4, and if they do all this kind of nonsense, we'll just try to ignore them as much as possible. d3, pawn to g3 or something. Rook to e1. Knight takes on h3 can get played right now. So not a threat. Knight to f5. Knight f3 check. Rook takes on e4. Check there. King to h1. Oh, let's just push our pawn, right? Is there a threat here? Okay, knight to e7 here. Okay, knight d5, knight b6, I guess. Knight just takes rook e7. Ah, rook e7! I said even rook e7. Dang it! Check there, king over. I was going to lose anyways, I guess. d7, check, king there. Yeah. All right, good game. I would have been losing on time either way. All right, here we go. D4, knight to F6. How much time do we have left? 17 minutes. Perfect. C5, pawn takes, pawn takes. This is like a gambit line that they play, and to be honest, it's really hard to deal with. Knight G4, knight C6. Now the pawn H3, knight back, D5, king takes G7, rook E1, stopping E5, or else I'll play E5. Oh, perfect. E5 gets played. 2 pawns in the center. E4, D4 ideas are good. Let's go ahead and play with D4 to attack the knight. Okay, there. I guess we just play H6 real quick. And then we'll play the queen to B6 next. No. Let's play queen to E7 here, I think, is the move. Yeah, we got to defend the pawn. We're also threatening the knight. If they play knight to D5, we just take. So pawn takes. And then knight to D5 here. Knight takes. Ah, but I dropped the pawn there on E7. Oh, okay, cool. They did there. Let's do F5 here, I guess. Attacking the knight. And then maybe knight to F4 next move. Where's the knight going? Okay, knight to F4. No, that's not the best. Let's go rook E8. Yeah, that's still good enough, right? E4. Let's play bishop B7 here. Knight takes F5 check, losing the queen. Oof, let's not look a gift horse in the mouth. Queen takes D4, I'm just losing. D6 there, awesome. They missed knight takes on E4 idea, which I think was a much stronger move. Let's go rook over to D8 here. Hopefully they just play D7 or something. Just bishop back to A8. Let's play F4, H5. Is the queen almost trapped here? No, she's not. F3. There's checkmate on G2, so we can sacrifice the rook here, guys. Okay, they stop the threat. Queen to H4. Queen takes on F3. I don't know how, but I'm surviving this. Check there. Takes. Check. Back. Rook over. C5. Ah, gosh. There. Rook takes. King over. Check. Ah! Bishop takes. King there. King there. How is he this fast? Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, how is he that fast? Here we go, pawn to E4. Let's take that centaur. Sicilian time over here. D4, knight takes D4. Knight to C3, Sicilian, knight B3 here. Bishop to D3. This is my gambit variation. They usually play D5 here, pawn takes, and then we're going to castle here. Pawn takes on C3. Rook B1. Queen to F3, threatening bishop takes H7. Check is our first threat. Queen F6 they play here sometimes. We're going to play rook F to D1, threatening the check there. Rook E8 is what we're hoping for. They play bishop E3 to threaten bishop C5. There we go. All right. Rook takes D3, still threatening bishop C5. Oh, they saw it. They stopped it. Let's go ahead and play bishop to... Actually, we'll just double the rooks here since the rook's not doing anything there anymore. Rook to D7 here. Is the queen trapped? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and play bishop to D4 here. Rook takes on D4. And then rook to G4 here, or rook to D7. Let's play H4. No D8 is there yet. Let's play C3 just to defend. Okay. C4. Knight D2, knight to E4. Oh, crap. I did miss that move. Let's go rook over to G4. Because they're just going to look for some trades here. More trades. Queen F4. The knight's covering on C4. Was they'd offer more trades here. Okay. Rook to G5 here. Knight to F3. Knight F1. Okay. Queen to D2. Again, they're just looking for trades. Knight to G3. This is guarding. Okay. F3. This is guarded. Rook takes on D5. Queen takes on H6. Queen takes D5 check. Knight to F5 here. Rook check there. King there. And... Oh, okay. Time. Good game. Oh, gosh. Here we go. G6. Bishop G7. Oh, she played the bird. I think she typically does play like the bird or a stonewall against me sometimes. Bishop E5. Let's play the bishop D7 and we'll just take... Theoretically, this is supposed to be bad. B5, A5, A4, because they're going to play D4 in the future war. A5, A4, but I can just take there this time. A4. Bishop E5, interesting. We'll just play the... Oh, knight to G4 here, and E3 and on E5 here. Okay, knight takes back. Bishop to B7 here. We'll play F6, E5 here and kick this knight. Oh, interesting move. Pawn takes on D4. And let's play bishop C6 here. There. queen to d6 and threatening pawn to e5 here. Opening up this position is not going to be bad since we have the bishop pair here now. We'll take on d4 as this pawn will now become a target. Okay, rook over to e8, rook e7 ideas. Perfect, double the rooks. And d4 hangs at the end of these variations. Rook to e3. a3 is one of the problem, and the rook is defended. Let's see, rook takes, rook takes. We'll take on a3 here. Bishop will take back. Bishop to f7 here. Or bishop c6. We'll play bishop c6 here. Okay, bishop takes in check here now. Bishop takes on c5. Queen takes on c5. Everything's guarded for now. Let's go queen to c3, attacking the rook and also this guy over here. Okay, d4. Bishop there anyways. Pawn up. Pawn takes. Uh-oh. Oh gosh, watch out. Queen to d4. Watch out for back ring checkmates now galore. d2. King over. Check there. King up. d2. Bishop e6, attacking the rook. Time. Yeah, she's usually faster than me. Here we go, guys. Here we go. e4, let's take that centaur. Ashwin, d4. c3, pawn takes. Pawn to f4. Bishop to d3. We got ourselves our Austrian attack over here. Pawn takes e5. The idea is just to undermine the center. Pawn takes on f6 because of this variation. They need to do this to open it up. Pawn takes. Oh, I think this is actually the same Ashwin we played earlier. I think I beat him in this line pretty badly too. He tried this line last time. I'll try bishop takes here. Knight has to take back now. Or else they lose a piece, right? We'll play knight takes, knight b3, and we'll win a piece. Okay. We're defending. Let's go and play queen b3 here. A nice move putting pressure and everything's defended. They could take there on c3. Let's go rook e1. Rook takes e6 ideas are definitely in the air. Knight takes d4. Queen to c4 here. Just keeping up the pressure. King takes on f2. They could do the check there. King over there. Their development's really bad now, yeah. Let's go pawn to b4 here, holding on to the pawn. Ooh, knight e4 is going to be strong. Oh, knight to e4 and knight takes d2 because the rook is unprotected. They have to be careful here. Queen takes f4 doesn't work. Knight takes d2. Unless they want to give up the exchange, which I'm okay with that too. That's okay. We'll play queen to c3, and now we have a double threat knight f6 check, which is really strong. Yeah, he's in trouble now, so let's check him. Check him. Rook to e5. Get ready to double the rooks. Double the rooks. And let's check him. Check him. Check him. And then they're going to have to be careful here. Pawn c6. Queen check here is really strong. Queen takes d5 check. Queen to d6. h3. King over here. King over here. Can't win with just one piece, guys. g4, pawn takes. Pawn takes here. King up. King there. Queen d7 check. Pawn up. Queen, 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 queen. Come on. What? Did I stalemate him? Oh, dude. Dang it. Dang it. All right. Next game, guys. How much time do we have left? 9 minutes? Perfect. Only 3 games left. I am tired. Oh, wait. 3 games. No, 5 games or maybe 5 to 4 games. Either way, I'm tired. Here we go. c5. Pawn takes d4. g6. Bishop g7. Let's get ready to castle. Knight c6. We got the symmetrical English. Knight takes d4. d6. a6. Rook over to b8. Actually, we'll play the bishop to f5 this time. I think the rook is hanging on this one. So it's knight takes on e4. Bishop takes on e4 because the rook is hanging on a1. Bishop takes, and either knight hangs or the rook hangs. Bishop takes. Bishop back to f6. Oh, they could take on b7 here. Dang it. Yeah. a5, a4, I guess. Bishop h6. Nope. a4. Oh, bishop just takes real quick. Pawn takes. Not a terrible position here since these pawns can become a little bit weak, but the pawns are not looking weak right now. Rook to c8. h4 probably get played. I'll play h5 because you know that's going to get played because there's nothing good to do in this kind of position. So queen to b6 here. Rook to c5. This is perfect. Now I have d5 ideas and just doubling of the rooks here. For instance, if the rook goes there, e5 gets played. Now I can take on c4 for a free pawn. Rook takes on c4. And let's play rook. No, that doesn't do anything, right? Oh, gosh. Rook to d4 here. Pawn just takes now. Rook c5. And we'll trade down, but it's probably going to be a draw. Yeah, this is probably a draw now. Rook takes b5. All right, queen takes. Rook to f5. And I'll just take a draw. Good game. E4, D4, C3, F4, E5, knight to F3, bishop D3. This is just the modern variation. It's a very boring line. Queen to E2, knight to D2. Oh, queen takes, so maybe they play queen F5 here. Yeah, they just want to make all the trades in the world, and that's okay. We all have our different styles in chess. I like to play fun attacking chess. They like other. Knight to G5, threatening E6 here. Let's play E6 here. Perfect timing here. Now I can play knight takes on E6 here, attacking the rook, attacking the bishop. I'll take this bishop. Knight to F3, knight to E5, rook there. Perfect. Knight to E5 can get played. Pawn takes here, bishop to D2. Let's see here. H3, G4 is an idea. When they play knight to E4, G4. We're going to try to make some fun happen around here, whether you want it or not. Pawn takes. Pawn to F5 here. Okay, pawn takes. Bishop F4. And maybe queen to H2 next move. Actually, we'll just play pawn takes there. Okay. Bishop to E3. Rook F5. Oh gosh, actually knight F6 is a good move here now. Yeah, let's double the rooks here. Knight takes G4, rook F7 check idea. So takes, rook F7 check. I don't have a good follow-up there, so bishop back. Both F6s are taken. I got to move the rook there. Rook takes B7 is a decent idea. Then we'll trade off here. We can try to get the pawn across the board as soon as possible with A4. A4. Okay, A5. Push the pawn. Pawn. Rook. Oh, good move. Bishop E3. Bishop takes. Rook takes. Queen. Darn it. Good game, good game. Woo! Okay, here we go. Pawn to E4. Let's take that centaur. E5, D4, F4. Pawn takes over here. C3, knight to F3, bishop to D3. Queen takes D3. Castles over here. Queen back to E2. It's like a Nimzovich line over here. The same one we just kind of played through. Again, it's a kind of a boring pawn structure, but hey, everyone plays their own way. It's very, very solid. Knight B3, and then I can bring the knight to D4, and then maybe play F5, but they'll play knight to C6 here. Let's go for it anyways. Pawn to F5. Knight takes on D4. Oh, perfect. Knight takes on F5 here. Let's play E6 and try to open up this game. Against these kind of players, it's best if you can try to create complications. They don't like them. So, whatever they don't like, we do. See how they just make trades? It's okay. It's okay. Here we go. Rook over to E1. Bishop to F4. I guess D5 is our weakness we need to play against. Okay, queen to F3, D5. Looking really weak. Oh, okay. Let's play B3, C4 idea now. Oh, good move again. Dang it. Too weak, too slow, guys. Too weak, too slow. G5. We'll play pawn C4 here. I'll try to hang on to this guy and try to make him a weakness. Bishop back over here. Knight to G6 was their idea. Queen to F3. Bishop B2, and I'll put pressure on the D4 pawn next. Okay, bishop to here. Rook E3. Okay, let's go queen to D3. Rook E3 now again. Okay, let's go rook to D2. Rook E1 is an idea. Their time's getting a little bit low here, which is good for me, I guess. Queen c2. Oh gosh, the knight, they're just slowly outplaying me here, guys. Knight g3 check. Ugh. King takes there. Queen check is just winning. Because at the end of this pawn check here, right? Oof, very good game. Very good game. They did a great job here. Ugh, yeah. Good game. All right, here we go. Knight to f6. Oh, it's Grandmaster Caden Trough. And again, he's playing this line like he did last time. Let's go queen to b6, attacking on b2. Let's go pawn grabbing. Queen takes on a2. Let's go e6 like last time. Pawn takes this time. Last time he didn't take, which, whatever. Rook takes g2 here. We'll just keep grabbing free pawns. It's less about winning a pawn there. It's more just about them not being able to... oh, gosh, we have to play rook to g7 here. It's less about winning a pawn there. It's just trying to survive. Let's go queen to a6 check. Doesn't do anything. Pawn to c4 can get played. I need to bring the queen back to c7 here, d8. Yes. Let's go queen to d8 here. Threatening the queen trade. I might lose a pawn, but at least I won't get checkmated. All right. Rook can take here. Oh, gosh, I just checkmated in one. f7. Dang it. Good game. Here we go. Oh, man. Oh, last game. Last game, guys. Last game. Let's do this. Knight f3, g3, g6, bishop g7 here, castles, c5, knight c6, d5, knight takes d5. Oh, they played d4. We'll take here and then bring the bishop back. We'll drop a pawn here, I think, right? Because they have knight back to b3, a5, a4. They could play c5 there, a4. d4 still being covered right there. Where's the knight go? The d2. Bishop to e6. Let's attack the pawn again. And then rook to c8. Here we go. Rook to d8. Bishop to d5 here. We'll play h6, f5, and expand. h6. Okay, f5. e5. Not a bad position. Knight c4. We cannot take on there right away. No, we can. I don't see why not. Let's take this pawn. Okay, rook over to f8. And then knight to h4 will get played next. And actually, we'll play pawn f4 this time. Because if they take, we don't really mind as much because the light squares, you see it's weak over there? That's not so bad for us. Let's play the rook over to g8 and bring the queen over here too. This is going to slow down their attack quite a bit. All right, queen to d8. The knight's hanging there. Pawn takes check, which means they have to take back that way. Let's play... Bishop f6 here. Hopefully they'll just take. Nope, they did not. Bishop to g5. Rook takes g5, attacking the knight. And then queen to d7 here, attacking the knight. Okay. Yeah, that's the tournament, guys. Whew, we survived. We survived. All right, guys. As usual, I'm very tired. Thanks for hanging out. Tomorrow, I'll be streaming in the afternoon and possibly in the morning, too. I'll probably just do the afternoon because I have a long stream going on. I'm going to be doing a collab with Titus Stumbers, also known as Neanderthal Chess, a very funny chess content creator. And then, so with him, it's just going to be a podcast, so maybe an hour or two, just talking, see what he's about. And then we're going to go over to High Variance, a new streamer, but you know what? In 4 months, he's been able to get 10K subscribers, so he's on his way up there. So we're gonna go ahead and talk to him and see what he's about also. That's gonna be at 4 p.m. CDT. The other guy, Titus, is gonna be at 2 p.m. CDT. And what else about that? Oh yeah, against High Variance, guys, we're gonna go ahead and play a first to 7 game match where I get 3 minutes and then he gets 5 minutes. These are supposed to be fun, guys. I'm not really just trying to beat people. It's supposed to be a fun podcast. And then if they want to play chess, then we can do that. It's called, what is it? Chess and Chat. So very laid back. If you know a streamer or any other content creator for chess, or even if they just play chess and they'd like to collab, let me know. And I'd throw them on the list and see if they're interested. Please DM me. If you're throwing it in chat right now, I won't see it. But yeah, thanks so much for hanging out, guys. I will see you guys later. If you haven't already, go and give a like and a follow, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I stream 7 days a week, so you can't get rid of me.